a party to the real cricket fans. It's legendary. What we talking about? 2020. Come ride with me. Right, so. And we will have a party. Come ride and see the Stanford 2020. Hands up to the sky. Yeah, in the air, let's ride. Yeah, feel the cricket vibes. Good 2029. Yeah, welcome to the Isles. Good, right in front of your eyes. Yeah, who's taking the prize? Good 2029. Yeah, come ride with me. And we will have a party. Come ride with me. We love the 2020. Come ride with me. And show them how to party. Come ride and see the Stanford 2020.
Descending upon Antigua tonight will be the team from the Spice Isle of Grenada versus the men from the land of the Flying Fishes. Quarterfinal number 2. Grenada got to the semis last time. Can Barbados get there this time around? Hello and welcome to the Stanford Cricket Ground. This is a huge match. It really is a huge match. Grenada taking on Barbados. Barbados have a little bit to prove as well. To talk about tonight's game, Jeffrey Duzon is alongside me. Jeffrey, Barbados obviously start as favourites given their history. Do Grenada possess whatever is needed to upset them tonight?
Well, I think that they do, Bish, in the sense that the team has been strengthened with the inclusion of Devon Smith and Rawl Lewis, and also the fact that Barbados didn't have such a great showing the last time they were out. They are going to have, I think, some mental reservations going into this game, and they may not get off to a very good start. If they don't, I think that Grenada has an opportunity to get into them early and make a game of this.
Yes, it's gone with form for the most part so far in this tournament. Let's have a look at this tournament lineup. The quarterfinal lineup has seen Trinidad and Tobago already qualify for the semi-final. Tonight's match is quite evident. Jamaica take on Nevis. Jeffrey Duzon is quite keen about that match tomorrow. And then on Sunday, a huge match, Antigua take on Guyana, vying for that place in the final. And what does that final have in store, Jeffrey? $1 million in prize money, and I think a lot of teams vying to get their hand on it.
Yes, and we've reached a stage now where nobody can afford to slip up. Slip-ups now are very, very costly, and the pressure is on, and it's going to be the team that can sustain the pressures best that's going to go through. I think we're going to end up with an upset somewhere in here. I just feel it, Bish. We're going to have an upset somewhere, and then we're going to have a really great final.
Well, we will see about that, because if we reflect on what Jeffrey Duzon has been speaking about, Barbados played Dominica earlier in this tournament, and it wasn't as confident a show from Barbados, because they were restricted to 103 for 8, and then Dominica, well, they faltered. The pressure was too much. They got to 77 all out. But it was Barbados' bowling, Jeffrey, that really pulled them out of that hole.
Yes, that's definitely their strength. It has proven to be so far. And it really got them out of a hole, didn't it? Because they were in some serious trouble with the bat. So they'll be depending on a better batting performance. They'll be looking for a better batting performance and hope that their bowling will be as consistent as it was in the previous game against Dominica.
It was Sulieman Benn, the tall left-arm spinner, and Dwayne Smith, the captain, who really rocked that top order, and they'll be thinking, well, they could do it tonight. There was another match as well, and it was that match with Grenada, who really did so very well. Grenada batting first, 177 for 6. Andre Fletcher, Jeffrey Duzon, 70, and he lit the 2006 tournament up. And they just managed to get through that. Well, they got through quite confidently in the end, but he's a good player.
Yes, he is, and obviously coming off of a big score, must be very confident. And you add to that the batting will have been strengthened with the presence now of Devon Smith. You want to think that Grenada have a few more weapons and that they're in this.
Yeah, they certainly are in it, but watch out for Andre Fletcher tonight. If he can do this against the Barbados tonight, then he will give himself so much confidence that he's doing it against one of the best teams in the region.
Yes, he will, and I think Grenada, from just the body language, looking at some of the players earlier, they look confident, they look as if they feel they can win, and I think a lot of it has to do with Barbados' poor performance against Dominica.
Lots more to talk about with Jeffrey Duzon here, but we'll pause there for the moment, Jeffrey. We'll go to the middle, because I think the pitch is interesting. It was interesting last time Barbados played. What has Mike Haseman got to say about the toss and the pitch?
I want to talk about fast bowlers tonight. Now, the reason for that is both teams playing this quarterfinal have got serious quicks. Barbados have got Tino best, and Grenada have got Nelon Pascal. Now, the fastest ball so far in this tournament has been bowled by Tino Best. Let's just go back and have a look at that delivery. It was 147 k's per hour. That is sharp, believe me. And the batsman has not much time to face that. He's got just under half a second to face that ball. So reaction time is key. If we look at Nelon Pascal, he bowled delivery early in the tournament of just 142 k's per hour, which is still very sharp indeed. And the batsman time again has got just over half a second. So I think the fast bowlers could be in operation tonight and do some serious damage, particularly with that new ball. I want to have a look at the track, and that's obviously why we're talking about the fast bowlers. Before I go into this track, let's just have a look at the square. Now, automatically, first thing you notice when you come out here is the colour of the square. Let's have a look at the colour of the square. You can see that it's tan in colour, it's dry, it's brown. And if we come across the track which is going to be used tonight, which is the eastern track, straight away you can see that it's very, very dark indeed, which tells me there's quite a bit of moisture in this track. Of course, had a lot of rolling as well, but that is going to encourage the fast bowlers. Something I found also today was this. Okay, now this is an indentation from a cricket ball rather. Someone's bounced the ball on this pitch early in the day and it's made an indentation. Straight away it tells me there's some moisture in this wicket, and again you can see the dark colour. So I think, particularly with the new ball and a bit of seam and with the gas these guys have got, there could be some action here in those early overs. All right, let's go and see the skippers, have a chat to them. Rawl Lewis from Grenada and Dwayne Smith from Barbados, and Austin Richards, of course, the match referee. Okay, boys, let's get this quarter-final underway. Rawl, you got the coin. Where you go? Tails is the call. It's a roller. It's a head. Rawl, first of all, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to have a ball.
Okay, now why that choice?
Well, we thought about it as a team, and we feel that if we could see what we have to chase, it would be very good for us. But looking at your demonstration a while ago, that just confirms it.
I've convinced you, have I?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right. What about your preparation?
Yeah, it's been very good. I mean, we did a fair bit of work. You know, I came back from tour and met the guys really fit and keen to play. And, you know, we had the National Stadium at home with all the facilities, so we are ready to go.
And I guess a lot of people back home glued to their TV sets tonight, expecting you guys to perform.
Well, we played very well last year, and, you know, seeing that Devon and I wasn't there for the first game and the guys pulled it off, they're really looking forward for us to pull out this one, and I'm sure they're waiting.
And, of course, in the semi-finals around the corner.
Well, we're not going to go there yet. We want to see if we could get past this one first.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Dwayne, had you won the toss, what were you going to do?
I was batted. See how the wicket looks. It looks like a better wicket than the last time we played on it. So my guys will be happy that we're back. So I'm glad with it.
Okay, now what about team changes? You got a couple of new guys in the lineup?
Yeah, the guys that return home with Fletcher, Browne. We also brought in Boucher, but the team with Bishop coming in now and Patrick comes in for the keeper, Carlo Morris.
Okay, and what about the preparation for you guys?
We know the mistakes we made last game, so we went back home, we went into the nets, and we looked to correct those mistakes, and I'm sure we're going to give a better showing tonight. Okay,
now that was a rusty performance. How worrying was that for you as captain?
It didn't worry me at all, because if they could have bowled out for that score, and we have a better bowling attack than those guys. I was very happy that we were going to win the game still.
And are you looking towards the semi, or you just want to get this one done?
Well, take every game as it comes, and we've got to get through this one first, and then we'll look at the semi-final.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, so the news in the middle, Grenada have won the toss, and they're going to bowl.
Yes, Grenada will bowl first, but when they come to bat, they will be very pleased to have Devon Smith back, Andre Fletcher partnering him. That will be a sight to behold. This is a really strong Grenada team. Rawl Lewis in there as well, the experience of John Sylvester, and of course Denis George, who's a superb fielder. He will want to bowl better tonight, as will Nelon Pascal. Jeffrey Bouchon still alongside me. Barbados, pretty strong.
Yes, you just look at those first four batsmen. Dwayne Smith, Dale Richards, Patrick Browne, Ryan Hinds, very experienced. They're all stroke players, and at the top of the order, I'm sure they'd be looking to get Barbados off to a flyer.
That is very true, Jeffrey Bishop. The toss is an interesting one because Grenada won it. They'll be fielding first, Jeffrey. Still, remember this, folks. Remember this. 130 is the highest successful run chase in this tournament so far. Barbados will be happy to bat first and set a target.
I think so. Dwayne Smith said that he was happy to be batting first, that he would have batted first if he had won the toss. So they're comfortable with that. it's a good surface. It looks good. It's got good. Looks like it's going to have good bounce, good carry in it, and they'll be looking to jump on Grenada as early as possible. How Grenada approach this is going to be interesting. The Barbadians were a bit stymied when the Dominicans opened their attack with spin. Now Grenada possess spin. There's Rawl Lewis, and maybe they may just come and do something different. So Barbados didn't seem to play spin very well. They could see some very early in this game.
You think that this is going to be a good match, don't you? You think this is going to be a cracker, don't you?
Bish, there's going to be an upset somewhere between now and Sunday.
We are not saying, folks, we are not saying that it's going to be tonight, but who knows? Well, there's a nice crowd building up here at the Stanford Cricket Ground. The umpires making their way out to the middle. Billy Doctorow on the right of screen, the international umpire, and he goes out to the middle. I want to thank Jeffrey Duzon for his thoughts on this match. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will see a very good game tonight. A strong Grenada team with Devon Smith making his way, and strong support for Grenada here as well. It could be a lively contest. Fans are packed in. Grenada, one of the few teams, the only team in the Leeward or Windward Islands chain of islands that has two current West Indies players in their lineup. Two wonderful commentators in the commentary box, two world-class commentators, Pat Simcox and Tony Cozier are your first voices.
Thank you, Ian Bishop. Flattery will get you everywhere. Here come the Barbados opening batsman, Patrick Browne, who's just come back from South Africa with the West Indies team. Had a good tournament there, played in the one-day internationals, scored some important runs for the West Indies. He's also the Barbados keeper, and with him is Dale Richards, the recognised opening batsman for Barbados, a West Indies 18 player who went in at number 3 the other night, while Ahmed Proverbs opened the batting with Dwayne Smith. So they've shifted the opening batsman, and I just have a feeling here that this could be the match. This could well be the closest of the quarter-final matches. We can't get underway, of course, without the say-so of Landscapes.
Sing! Let the party begin! Grenada, Barbados, let's get it on!
It's 2020. Come on.
Okay, we got Landscapes.
Fielders for Barbados, Patrick Browne and Dale Richards. Dale Richards facing the bowling of Nelon Pascal.
Browne took a 7:15, which is the appointed start. It's done so, and here's the first ball. That is a good one. A good sharp delivery from Pascal. He's quick.
Well, it's good evening. Good evening to one and all from Bridgetown in Barbados, where I know you're watching, to Bloemfontein in South Africa. It's wonderful to bring you the Stanford 2020. And we're in for an almighty tussle here. We've seen it from Pascal first ball. There's a bit of juice there, as they'd say. Just a little bit outside off stump and a little bit of movement. But intention's pretty clear, Tony Cozier. Bang it in short, no drives.
Two very good deliveries to start off with. Nice action he has, rocks back, puts everything into it. Let's go through the alphabet. Adelaide to Anchorage.
What about Antigua?
Antigua would do. the pad for the first run of the innings. Going to be a leg by, I feel, yes. Billy Doctrove making the call.
Now, we saw the start of Barbados in their last match was poor. They looked like rabbits in the headlight. They battled to find rhythm, just got 100 odd, and managed to get a win, eked out a win. Tonight they'll need to do better. Oh, top delivery.
Patrick Browne has just come back from South Africa, got good runs against the South African attack. Dale Steyn, Cayenne Tini, Sean Pollock, Andre Nell, all of them. And yet couldn't handle that first one. Quick, moving away.
Well, they put in a slip in place. They saw a little bit of lateral movement. Ball moved away in the air. And he's really just got to make sure he keeps that line. And of course the fielding is going to be so important to back up good bowling. It's all very well getting the ball in the right place, allowing singles. You've got to be sharp. And so much is spoken about upsets that sometimes games like this hinge on the odd run out, a 4 saved, a 2 turned into a 1. Makes all the difference.
Mid on a little bit deep, allows the single, but just the 3 runs off the first over from Pascal, a very impressive one.
History has branded them the perennial bridesmaids of the National League. But on Saturday, Churchill brothers must contend with more than history to keep their dreams alive. They must beat Sporting Club.
They have spin to open the bowling. We thought this might be the case. Denis George is going to be left arm spin. Troy George, who opened the bowling in Grenada's first match, has been dropped, so spin. And they'll get a single. Just having a look at it. First, just wonder here if the spin is going to have that much effect this evening, because on the evidence we saw in that first over, the pitch looks hard and bouncy and quick, as Mike Haseman was saying at the pitch report.
It's important to stop the single just there. That's where you've got to stop that single. If they pick up singles there, you're in trouble. And just see if there's any spin. Just a little bit, just enough to beat the bat. Interested to see if a batter doesn't come down the wicket and have a go.
Now, why should you be bowling a no ball off 3 paces? It's a free hit now. That is something which the Grenada bowlers, Rawl Lewis himself, the captain, has had that problem. He's a spinner, and that is a no ball, no question. He's coming off no more than 3 or 4 paces and overstepping that front crease and giving Barbados an extra ball and a free hit.
Well, it's like sitting in a bar and hearing it's happy hour. It's just arrived. 2 for 1. Here we go. Hold on. Now they changed the field, which I'm not sure that's right. Now the only way you can be out is run out.
And I think he is. Direct hit from Baptiste. It's going to be very, very close. Direct hit so often result in a run out. Here comes a return. Is he in there? Sliding home. He's gone. He is gone. I thought as much. Dale Richards gone off the free hit in the only way he could possibly go, a run out.
This is unbelievably poor. You'll see the run. Again, he ran wide. It was terrible cricket. Barbados have only themselves to blame. You can only be out in the run out and he runs so wide and doesn't make it by a foot. Wonderful fielding, got to be said. Bang on target, and the first man goes.
Dale Richards runs himself out. Baptiste had a big hand in it. It's 6 for 1. Ryan Hinds, the left-hander, has come out. Barbados have lost the wicket in the second over in quite incredible fashion.
Now, all of a sudden, the pressure mounts because you've got the spinner bowling, you've got a new man in, you're one down, you can't take a chance, and you're in the pound seats. Oh, quicker delivery ends the over. Good one, 6 for 1.
So Richards run out off a free hit. I just wonder if that's ever happened before since the free hits have been brought in. It is the only possible way a batsman can be run out off a free hit. Threw him before he got the bat down. Kept a little bit low.
Well, you get one of those. Goes under. Look at this. No bounce at all. Went under. Now, because it's bounced low, do you want to get forward? He bangs it in, it bounces up. One hits you in the glove, one goes down. Going to be tough. Tino Best, who's sitting in the Barbados change room, must be just loving the sight of that.
Just eluding the keeper, Andre Fletcher. So it goes through for a wide. Will count as 2 now. The wide and the extra through the keeper.
I think he's got to be careful of overdoing the short ball. We've seen him bang it in twice. We know he's got a bit of pace. You know, it's up there, it's bouncing. Get it in the right area, just off stump, just outside. Put an extra slip in place. Look for the edge. Banging it in short, really not going to scare good players. No ball called again. Oh, the coach's nightmare, cuz.
I'm not so sure. Could well be playing for runouts here. Over the front crease there. That's the crease. Front foot has to be either on the line or behind it. And got to be behind it. Slow ball, waited for it and hit it over the top for 4. And he did wait on it, Patrick Browne. Where the Bajan girls going?
It was a good shot. Watch his left leg. It clears it, gets it out the way. Wondering if he wasn't lining up a cut for a short ball anyway when the slow one came. Certainly middled it. Boundary on the board.
Oh, that's a bad piece of fielding. We'll give them 1. Will they try for a second? No, they won't. But should not have been any. John Sylvester. Well, perhaps you would expect that of the oldest man of the team. He's 38 years of age.
Tell you what, he's pretty close to another no ball there. Just caught the eye there. Just from the side on. It's pretty close. He needs to be very careful. Don't want to give too many no balls away here. That's a better area. Just keep it in that area. Ask the batsman to make the move. Nothing fancy. $14 for 1. Tony Kazia, I know you've got a team you're supporting. You've been born somewhere, lived somewhere, moved somewhere. Barbados, your team?
Nice shot by Hinds, but he won't get a run for it. Straight to the fielder. In fact, you'd have to say that this is one of the weakest Barbados teams I can remember. I know in the 1970s the Barbados team was going through a bad period then. When you look at the legends, you look at those legends who make up the board of the Stanford 2020, the great players, Sir Everton Weeks, Sir Gary Sobers, Joel Garner, Desmond Haynes, Gordon Greenidge, all from Barbados, but this is really quite a weak team. Grenada making them struggle at the moment. They're only 14 for 1, 3 overs gone.
14 for 1.
3 overs gone, 14 for 1, 3 overs and 1 delivery, and a bit of a slip as well. I've got Vasper Drakes alongside me, the coach for Barbados. Vasper, I'm a little bit, I'm curious about the toss, okay? They won the toss, they elected to bowl. To me, it looks like a bowling track. However, Dwayne said at the toss that you guys, well, that's turned, and it's a big appeal as well. It has been referred. We'll have to come back to that, Vasper. Let's go back to the commentators.
Well, did he drag his foot just a little bit? It was a lovely delivery. Did he turn his foot? Does he keep him down? Oh, he's gone! He's gone for my money. Good keeping, outstanding bowling. Yep, I reckon his foot's in the air. And no doubt, Coach Vasper Drakes will be unhappy with that. Yeah, he's gone. Up the foot is. Down she comes. Now it's too late. Stanford Eagle will tell us the decision. And no doubt, Barbados will rue that. Yep, he's gone.
Very sharp work by Fletcher, the keeper. He saw the opportunity. Ball turned away. We've seen this so often in the tournament so far. From left-arm spinners, reaching for it. And the stumping very quickly effected. Patrick Browne, just back from South Africa. Not a good night for him. Out for 7, 14 for 2.
Browne stumped Andrew Fletcher bowled Denis George for 7, 14 for 2. New batsman, Jonathan Carter.
14 for 2, Jonathan Carter, the next man in. I've still got Vasper Drakes alongside. We'll just have a bit of a chat to Vasper. He's all over the show, Vasper. He's very disappointed right now, as you can imagine. The question I was going to ask you, Vasper, Grenada won the toss, wanted to bowl. You guys lost the toss, still wanted to bat. It looks to me like it's a bowling track, this one first up.
Yes, but I think it could get worse as time progresses. So I guess if we can get some runs on the board, at least we know we have what sort of target to work with. So we still back ourselves to get ourselves in a decent position batting wise. You know, not smart cricket from both openers. You know, I'm a little disappointed you have a free hit, you know, and basically you got run out, and then you play forward at the ball and get stumped. It's not what you really want.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, it's a pressure situation for you guys now. You guys are in a bit of trouble at this stage. Okay, it's a big game. It's quarter-final. Winners go through to the semi. What do you tell your boys to do when pressure is on?
I think cricket, particularly twin cricket, is always a pressure situation. You know, a lot of adrenaline is flying about the place. It's how well you manage yourself in terms of being able to relax. Key areas, obviously, is breathing. You know, and obviously take one ball at a time. Enjoy the situation. Obviously, try to manage the whole sense of being involved in a tense competition and expressing yourself, and obviously get memorized in the whole competition. So I think pressure is, you know, in this today's world with a sportsman, you know, it's something that you have to manage personally.
Okay, Bazzy, thanks for your time, and good luck for the rest of this game. 4 overs gone, 16 for 2.
the scorecard, 16 for 2, 5 extras in there already. Yes, and listening to Vasper Drakes, the coach of Barbados, managing pressure, that's what it's going to be all about for young Carter as well. He looks a good player. He looks nice and compact, times the ball well. He's got an experienced player with him, but there's plenty of work to do.
In fact, Jonathan Carter is one of the young up-and-coming players in Barbados. Barbados's batting has gone a dearth of it in recent times, but depending on him heavily. He's been, since he was in his pre-teens, in fact, scoring heavily, doing well at school level. These fellas are sharp, Grenada. We saw from St. Vincent and the Grenadines against Trinidad and Tobago how sharp they were early on. Trinidad and Tobago were in similar problems early in their innings. Rawl Lewis, their experienced captain, has been the captain of Grenada and the Windward Islands for many years now. West Indies international player. Toured Zimbabwe and South Africa recently. Flicked away nicely for 4. Lovely shot off the legs by Hinds. Gets the first boundary of the innings.
That was a quality shot. Just a little flick. Use the pace. Good balance. Didn't fall over. The ball come. Just helped it on its way. Really nice. Left-handers do look nice. Now 2 left-handers will make it a little bit tougher for the fast bowler. Pascal likes to swing the ball away from the right-hander and into the left-hander, so he's got to get it going across him.
Like that. Had him searching for it. Very tentative.
Well, this young bowler has got a lot of talent. Swung the ball away from the right-hander, and I just see there how he held it up across the line. He didn't need to swing it away, he just needs to hold its line. He did it very well. At a good pace, 139 kilometers an hour it was.
Good slow ball with by Hinds, just turned it for a single. Barbados would have been looking for a much better position after 5 overs. 20 overs the limitation, so coming up to a quarter of them gone with 1 delivery left. They'll really be looking for something in the region of 150. That's the benchmark that most coaches will be looking for.
I'd say at least 150. A real good pitch.
So 5 overs gone, only 21 on the board, and 2 wickets already gone for Barbados.
21 for 2. Hinds has got 6 from 10. Just 5 overs gone, and just a nightmare for Barbados at this stage. The first 6 overs with the field restrictions in place. It's Ettienne, the left arm spinner now from the southern end. Oh, it's a bad misfield out there. And 1 turned into 3. Ian Bishop's with me.
Hello Bruce, hello to all of yours wherever you are in the world. Rawl Lewis following in the footsteps of Liam Sebastian of Dominica and using his slow bowling options pretty early in the piece, and it's worked well up to this point. George bowled well, very, very well indeed. Got some turn, and I think once there's a little bit of moisture in the pitch, the slow bowlers can get something out of it, get some purchase. Nice shot using the pace. I've spoken to 1 or 2 legends about this young man, Carter, and they speak very highly of him as a 20-year-old, just showing us a glimpse of his talent here.
It's the hands that I like, Bish. Just a fraction short, not too wide. Look at that. The working of the hands on the bat. And that was a dive in vain. A chance of snapping your neck doing that, young man. Well, Ettienne has come on as the third bowler, Ronald Ettienne, and he's got a job in his hand here. He's got 7 off his first 5 deliveries. He's got to bowl tight here, and he does. A good finish. Just 8 from it. They've got to hold the pressure here. 29 for 2.
To make
for 2, yes. I checked out the pitch at the start of play, just before the start of play, as we all do, and it appeared to be a little greasy. There was a bit of moisture. The colour was dark. As it dries, it gets more of a straw colour. And if you haven't got some decent spikes on, you're going to slip on that. It's like glass. A little bit of moisture just beneath the surface. Probably the reason why Grenada decided to bowl first. Thought they might take advantage of a little bit of moisture in the surface. And Rawl Lewis will come on from the northern end. Experienced player. Coming rate of 6, which is pretty good.
Good strike down the ground, good strike, and it got better with each yard that it travelled. Fantastic shot from Jonathan Carter. He's a talent in waiting.
It's a very good shot. First ball, like a warm-up ball from the new bowler, and he pounced. This outfield is quite quick tonight. We haven't had much rain for the last few days, and I think probably the surface has firmed up a little. So the fielders are going to have their work cut out for them here. Be right on the job. It's a surface when you dive, you're going to have to dive behind the ball to have a chance. If you dive forward, it'll be through you. And the fielder down there has injured. It's Campbell. Looks like he might have dislocated a finger. Heron Campbell. So the 12th man will come on. Well, the physio has a look. Doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't, Bruce, and you sympathise for him because I think he's one of the prominent batsmen, top-order batsmen in this team. I think he's dislocated his finger. Ooh, that looks nasty. He's dislocated his finger and he's in a great deal of pain. That's well bowled by Rawl Lewis. It looked as though it was the googly. Carter's looking to hit with the spin and hit down the ground, and it's a good ploy to get the googly going across him. That's another googly, well fielded. Very well fielded. Brilliant cricket by Rawl Lewis. Another googly, so there's a plan.
Well, we're into the quarterfinals, folks, and the standard is just going to get better and better. And that's what you're supposed to do off your own bowling. You're supposed to be balanced in your follow through so that you can cut off those angles, the straight drives, and be balanced enough to take a catch if it's presented also. Man at the deep mid-wicket fence.
I think that's 3 front foot no balls we've had tonight, so it's a free hit. And Grenada will be looking to play a good all-round game. No team in the world can afford to give the extras away. Now what does Carter do here? Where is he going to dip? He's going to have a dip. Which direction does he go? That's a faster ball from Lewis and it's knocked down the ground, but he'll only get 1, so he escapes with a single. Carter punches his hands at the non-striker's end in disappointment.
I thought it was very well bowled. He's just pushed it through at 115 k's. That's 71.3 miles per hour for a leg spinner. That's pretty sharp from a short run, Bish. And they only got the single. So well bowled.
He's pushing for 2. He wants 2, but I don't think you want to take that to Denis George. Denis George is brilliant in the field. He took a wonderful catch, a running catch, in front of his sticky wicket restaurant in the last match. It was a catch of the highest character. There he is. He's enjoying his outing, bowled brilliantly with the new ball. That'll lift his confidence, but he's an asset in the field.
These two left-handers are classy, Hinds and Carter. Carter's on strike. He's done him through the air and off the pitch. 36 for 2.
Well, his kinship all around, because Sir Alan Stanford on the right next to his son, and Courtney Walsh's son in the blue t-shirt, and his dad flanks him to extreme left of screen, Michael Holding behind, and the young lady Michael Holding is speaking to is Kirtley Ambrose's daughter, Tanya. So it's a smiling family situation on the balcony of the sticky wicket at the moment.
That's the class I was just mentioning from these left-handers. That wasn't a bad delivery. It's probably going to hit roundabout off stump, middle and off, and he just worked his hands beautifully. Didn't hit across the line of the ball. Just closed the face of the bat as he played it.
Bruce, it looks like one of your old tricks here. We'll go back to that last delivery in a moment. Oh, that's gone through. Now, has he got any bat on it? Has he got bat on it? It's 4 nevertheless, but if he's got bat on it, obviously the batsman gets credited. No, it's buys. Oh, the extras column is mounting. 10 so far.
Well, the keeper has to position his gloves to the line that the ball will finish on the way through if the batsman misses it. And he was just outside the line. There's the use of those lovely hands again. And if you can use your arms and your hands as well, especially on slower tracks against the spinners, you can have a chance. Guys who push hard at the ball with stiff forearms on a slower track find themselves in trouble. These guys are looking pretty good. I hope I don't put the commentator's curse on them. But they're getting busy. They lost 2 early wickets, and they've had to push it around. They can't afford to lose another one just right now. But they've got to score at least a run a ball. And if they score at 10 and over from here on in, and they should look to that. They've got 7 from the first 5 deliveries of this over. They'll get to about 150. Oh, it's in the air! How did he drop that? That's the skipper. He had it, bobbed it up, thought he had it again, and lost control. 43 for 2.
For 2 now. Crowd is alive here at the Stanford Cricket Ground. Always nice and festive. Quite a few people from Grenada are here at the moment, and they're pretty happy right now. You're pretty excited with the proceedings?
Oh yeah. We're doing well so far. I mean, come on, Bajan, they didn't do nothing much here this year, but they always threat. But we're doing well so far. We have a lot of things in store for them, though.
Okay, well, tell us, what do you got in store for them?
Oh man, listen, our Prime Minister did well. He hired a man from Timbuktu. I think he do some work for NASA in space to try to figure out the gravity stuff. So I don't know if Bishop up there will try to figure out some words, because you know you got a lot of them, to describe the kind of performance the guys will put on here tonight.
Okay, so why are they going to win? What's their strength? What's Grenada's strength?
Oh, we got strength all over. Even, can you tell, the support? Come on. Even that can do well.
You certainly sound pretty confident.
Oh yeah, I am. Come on. I mean, we now are representing the Windward Islands. All the Windward Islands guys go home, but trust me, they put all the confidence in Grenada, and we'll pull it off for them. Okay, for all the Windward Island people.
So I guess you've actually looked forward. You've looked past this game. This is a non-event as far as you're concerned. You're actually looking more at the semis.
Oh yeah, tell you what, that Guyana did us wrong, man, and we're out here to take revenge. Can you tell it in the face? I mean, come on. We got email, phone calls from Grenada saying, hey, we got to do this. Even the priest.
One of the big strengths here is having Rawl Lewis back. I mean, he had a very good tournament in 2006, very experienced cricketer with a good cricketing brain.
Yep, and guess what? Devon Smith, man, he had a volcano. he will erupt anytime. You see him perform all over there.
Yep. I just get the feeling you're going to enjoy the night, so enjoy it. Let's go back to the commentators.
Another googly from Rawl Lewis and a stifled appeal, not as confident and unanimous as you would think, but Andrew Fletcher is disappointed.
It's the googly, it's more a top spinner. It's flicked something on the way through. Maybe it was the back pad, maybe it was the pad or he thinks it was the bat. That's why he's appealing, screaming he was. Good decision. Oh, and the one that turned sharply from off to leg. So he's got the lot, has Rawl Lewis. He's been bowling mainly top spinners and googlies, and then just threw that one in for measure and say, see how you play this. And it's pitched outside off stump. It hit probably, maybe, might have gone over the top of leg stump, but well bowled. There's a bit in this track.
Just 4 off the over, 9 overs gone, 47 for 2.
47.
The run rate at the moment is just over 5. Now Barbados know, and they confess to not having batted that well in their first game against Dominica. They've got some quality in their batting, but they've got to get it right tonight. You lose and you go home. That's the end of the tournament. They've got enough class. Dwayne Smith, a revamped batting order. Brian Hinds himself, an accomplished player, still looking to make his mark at test level. Denis George back into the attack. But we've seen a lot of runs scored over the last 10 overs of some matches in this tournament. So Grenada have to keep the pressure going, in the sense of keep on top of their game.
Exactly, and I think it's good captaincy here. Denis George back into the attack. And I rate this guy very highly as a left-arm orthodox spinner. Knows his business. Bowls a very good line. And gets good rotation on the ball. That's very important for a finger spinner. And it's not just the rotation, it's the revs on the ball as well, which means that it's going to drop coming towards the batsman, and it drops on him late. Down the track, and that's a big one. That's gone a long, long way.
What a shot. What a shot to bring up the 50 for Barbados, the first 6 of the innings, and it's Jonathan Carter again. Remember the name, he's got good wrists. Much to do still for Barbados, much work to do, but this young man is getting on with it. Quick feet, and he's hitting with anticipated spin. Not going and slugging across the line, but hitting with the turn. Wonderful shot.
And that's smart cricket from Carter. You just mentioned the name. Remember this name, folks. And to me, I'll remember this guy. Just even at this short period of the innings, he's only faced 23 deliveries.
He's just got the anti-glare patch. Jonathan Carter. Shivnarine Chandapal really made those famous from a cricketing point of view here in the Caribbean. No! Oh, that's another front foot no ball. How many have we had tonight? 4. 5 in fact. Most from the spinners. Nelon Pascal bowled 1, but the others have come from the spinners, so that'll just frustrate Rawl Lewis a bit. Now, how can he tidy this up? He's got good over close, 10 off the over. I'm not sure whether we've had a bigger one tonight. The biggest over of the night so far, so momentum just starting to be gotten here by Barbados.
Well bowled up into the block hole. The free hit. 58 for 2 after 10. Ten overs gone, halfway mark, 58 for 2. Change in commentary now. It's Tony Cozy and with him Jeffrey Dujon.
Thank you, Bruce Yardley. Good shot. Good shot. Pulled away. Doesn't quite beat the fielder in the deep. Good return too, but they come back for the second. Ettienne's out there. Barbados struggling in the first 10 overs, as did Trinidad and Tobago the other night. Almost the same score of the first 10. Putting away the googly. That's gone. That is a mighty blow. It's gone all the way over the big screen. It's gone over the big screen. That is a big screen. That is a big hit. 50 partnership comes up. Carter is showing all of his skills and talent here at the age of 20.
That was just full enough. Carter gave it the kitchen sink.
The partnership between these two, Carter 29.
Carter's second six. He's over the top. Magnificent blow again. Here's a youngster on whom Barbados are going to depend in the future. His talent has been evident since he was a pre-teen. He's played a number of handsome shots here.
Well, the ball is clearly coming onto the bat. Got in very good position. And this is solidly over cover. It's a good cricket shot. This young man looks as if he knows exactly what he's doing.
He's gone 34 off 28 deliveries now. Propulsion needed at this stage. Halfway stage is already gone. The kind of propulsion they got from Trinidad and Tobago is what Barbados require here. .71 for 2. We got on to Mike Haseman.
Yeah, thanks, Coase. I just want to pick up with something that Bruce Yardy was saying earlier. This outfield, we've seen the ball skidding in this outfield, and the reason for that, Bruce was saying, there's been no rain at all, and it's actually quite hard. What we've had in the last few games at the Stanford Cricket Ground is quite a bit of rain, and it's been a little bit sluggish, particularly against, I guess, the outer third of this ground. But now it is very, very hard indeed. The grass is cut at 3/8 of an inch, and it's skidding off, and there's no dew as well. So it is going to be fast tonight. End of the over, 72 for 2.
Has gone 72 for 2, scoring right now to 6.5 runs and over.
Denis George will get his last
25 runs have come off the last 2 overs. This was the point where Trinidad and Tobago also put their foot in the accelerator. And here's Hinds getting a single in the deep. They'll think of a second, not there.
Now the fielding of Grenada hasn't been of the best. A few opportunities at put down a catch. Number of misfields.
Over the top. Clock. And ooh, not far away. $100,000 for hitting the clock in the pavilion. It was on the way. How far away is it? Not far, but far enough.
And certainly long enough. Allen for a second there saw some money flying through the window.
I don't think it would have made him broke. I don't think it would have made all that difference to his bank account.
Well, this is a good period for Barbados. They've managed to accelerate just at the halfway point, 8 wickets in hand. 2 batsmen well set.
Hit it pretty well. Perhaps that's why they couldn't get the single from it. Last ball of his spell now for George. Down the wicket and wide of the fielder. Good save. They'll come back for the second Baptiste. A good return. What a fine return. Well, he's run out 1 already tonight with a direct hit. That's a good return, but they've got 2 off it. 81 for 2. 12 is gone.
81 for 2.
Things setting up nicely for Barbados. bit slow at the beginning, but they didn't lose more than 2 wickets. 8 to go, and the acceleration has started. Lots of wickets in hand. They were pretty effective with their spinners early on. Barbados seem to have the measure of them now. Got to start thinking.
Barbados just stuttered for the first half of their innings, 58 for 2 off 10. And as Trinidad and Tobago did the other evening, now beginning to accelerate. 81 for 2. Change in bowling, John Sylvester, experienced campaigner, age of 38, has been around seemingly for ages. He and his brother were an integral part of the Windward Islands team for some time, his brother Kester Sylvester.
An excellent surface for this game tonight. Ball coming onto the bat. See that sheen on the wicket, that darkish colour.
Hinds just being unable to get the ball away here. The experienced Ryan Hinds, West Indies international, got 16 of 28 deliveries. Being shown up here by Jonathan Carter. Can't place the ball. Just can't find it. Hinds completely ill at ease here.
Playing across that front pad, Ryan Hinds. Ball just angled across him.
To get a full toss, but he only gets a single for it. Really is struggling, Ryan Hinds. 4 deliveries, just a single now. Puts pressure again on Carter. Wickets in hand. Gotta have a go.
He's hit some big 6s tonight, Jonathan Carter. And that's good bowling. Very full and straight. Over, just 1 off it.
Now they're looking to maximise this last delivery. A boundary at least. Just the 1 run off the over. Stall things. Hinds has found difficulty in getting the ball away. And just a single off the last delivery. Hinds not putting any pressure whatever on the fielders, just jogging through. Ends the over, 83 for 2. 7 overs remaining.
There have been some massive 6s hit tonight. Jonathan Carter has visited the crowd 3 times, and none bigger than this one. This is the one that almost got the clock. $100,000 if you hit that clock. He's happy it missed.
83 for 2. Hinds 17 off 30 deliveries. He needs to do something here, Ryan Hinds, or let the others get in. They've got wickets in hand. He's struggling tonight. Carter isn't. Camilus Alexander, right arm leg spinner, is coming on now. We go down to Mike Hazeman.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I mean, we know Stanford 2020 cricket is a lot about the youngsters. I found some youngsters here, and of course, they're all supporting Grenada. That's right, guys? Yeah! Okay, maybe I'm a little bit wrong. Oh, almost a great catch. What a great effort that was. Fly to delivery, advancing down the track, drilled straight back at the bowler, and it almost stuck. His reaction time was absolutely outstanding. And just hitting the turf at the last minute, so a brilliant performance, but a little bit of a life there for Barbados. Big shot, half a dozen. It's all out of attack at the moment. The runs are coming quite well for Barbados after Vincent strike. Now things seem to be okay. They're back on track, and the run rate is climbing all the time. It's a fraction short that time, and picked up easily and slammed for 6. Okay, so I've got all the kids from Barbados here at the moment. Serge, you're pretty happy with the way things are going right now?
Can you say that again, please?
Yeah, maybe I will. You're pretty happy the way things are going right now, Serge?
Yeah.
Okay, now were you worried at the start?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay, but you always had confidence. You knew they were going to be all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Kelly, you've also you've piped up a little bit as well. That's a single now to bring up the 50 for Carter. It really has been a very good night. Jonathan Carter's played superbly, hasn't he?
Yes.
Okay, what do you like about his batting? You're watching it pretty closely.
He might be doing it off and on, but he's good at it. He's won a lot more 6s than what he's doing right now. So that's he needs to put more effort into it, and he can beat Barbados, can win this game. Okay, you seem losing your voice. I'll let you go for the time then. Go back to Serge. Serge, you like the way the Carter's played? He's got quite a few shots in his bag, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so how many runs are Barbados going to get? Have you worked it out? Who's worked it out? How many runs are they going to get?
150. More than 150.
More than 150.
200.
200's the call here, so it's they've still got some work to do, that's for sure. The kids are loving the cricket. 14 overs gone, 91 for 2.
Well, they will get a big score, but Ryan Hinds has got to get out of the fashion he's going. He's got 18 off 32 deliveries. He just can't get going. He's only hit 1-4. And there are people like Dwayne Smith that come. He's got to get a move on here. Ryan Hinds, experienced cricketer. Even his running between the wickets has been lethargic. Now you'll have to hurry here. Gets in. Just gets a single. They need attacking batsmen from both ends at this stage of the innings with 8 wickets in hand. Just singles are really not good enough, and Hinds with 19 from 33 deliveries has just pulled the handbrake up one stage, and Carter the other way. He's got his foot in the accelerator.
It's very good length from Sylvester, forcing the batsman to hit the ball up the ground, giving them any angles to use. Hinds on 19 struggles on.
He still can't get a full toss away. They're coming for the second. Return to the bowler's end, dives home. They make it. Well, he's 20 years of age, agile, quick between the wickets, and they come back for the second. Good return.
This is Ettienne. Got rid of it very quickly, off balance but accurate.
Carter's down now. I think he's winded himself with that dive. Comes one of the reserves. Diving on concrete out there, it's so hard. Flat out, just winded. One of the reserves, 2 reserves. The tournament physiotherapist Stephen Partridge is also out there. Now Heron Carter getting his 50 with shots like this. Tremendous blows.
Picks up the line on the length very early. Mark of a good player. Knows how to put them away when they're loose. Jonathan Carter. Those 4 big 6s.
Carter is recovered now. It'll be Ryan Hinds in strike. Which perhaps with the way he's going tonight is exaggeration to say that he's in strike. Scrambled through for a leg by, 96 for 2. With 5 overs and 2 balls remaining. wickets in hand. They really want to get someone like Dwayne Smith, a huge hitter, to come in now. They can't afford to get singles and dot balls and so on. So, little attempt there with a full toss. Straight to the fielder, however. Shouldn't be smiling about that, it's a dot ball.
Well, it was a nice thought, but couldn't get it fine enough. Just wanted to slide it off the face.
Only 6 runs off the over. Still not up to 100 yet. 97 for 2, 5 overs remain.
5 overs to go, 97 for 2. I've come to the Grenada camp. I've got the coach, Dwayne Gill, with me in a moment, just to get a quick update about the injury to Heron Campbell. What's the deal there, coach?
Well, the word from the physio is that it's not looking good. It's a possibility it could be broken. He's on his way to the hospital, and it looks as though he'll be out of the game.
So now he's a big player. He's a former captain, of course, before Rawl Lewis arrived, and number 3 batsman, so that's a huge blow for you guys.
Yes, he was scheduled about number 3 today. He's a good player, but we think we have enough batters in the team. We play the extra batsman, so we hope to beat Barbados with 10 men.
Okay, well, I guess a situation where, I mean, you guys have been talking about this, I'm sure if something happens to someone, the other guys are going to stand up and be counted.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's what it's about. When you're under it, you gotta come good, and we think that we have enough batsmen in the team to get whatever total Barbados gets.
Okay, now what total do you want to restrict them to?
Well, looking at the total now, if we can get them to around 135, 140, we feel that we can get those runs.
Conditions are good out there in the middle for batting.
Yeah, certainly the conditions are pretty good. You got to give credit to the Barbadian batsmen as well.
In the air, could be taken. Oh, dropped. That's down. Team, we've seen some amazing fielding today, but we've seen some pretty ordinary fielding, coach. There's a couple of catches that should have been taken.
Yeah, that has been a problem throughout the tournament. We've been working on the catching, but on the day when it's up in the air, the fella just put the catches down. But as I was saying before, we've got to give the Barbadian batsmen credit. Carter in particular played well. We're still in it, and we're hoping to get them, as I said, around 135, 140.
Alrighty, thanks Dwayne, thanks for your time. And let's go back upstairs.
Thank you very much, Mike Haseman. Jonathan Carter has had a couple of lives. Remember, he was dropped on 12 and 43, but it's not his fault. He's a good player. And he goes down to Denis George again. And surprisingly, it was George who put down that chance a little while ago. He's a superb fielder. Missed that chance. 100 comes up for Barbados. Isn't picking up any momentum. 16 overs gone, 102 for 2.
Brian Hinds has got to get out, I reckon. How can you have Dwayne Smith just sitting in the dressing room, or the dugout, as you like to call it, just waiting and can't get a hit? He's the biggest hitter they've got. Although after Carter tonight, that Browne might be in doubt. 2 for 2, father and son. That's Alan Stanford and his son Ross watching the action. That's a great drive down to long off. He's a sweet timer, is Jonathan Carter. He's had a couple of lives, but you've got to take a few chances in this game. It's cricket in general. If you're not prepared to take a risk, you're never going to make a run.
Yeah, it's not his fault. Yeah, that's more like what Ryan Hinds needs to be doing. Just have a go. Only 3 overs left after this, so throw caution to the wind. Enough wickets are left in the tank. And Ryan Hinds has picked up a boundary.
Well, it was a gift, and he'd be thankful for that. Cross-bat shot should have gone for 6.
More runs. It should be 4 runs. 8 off 2 balls to Ryan Hinds. He's switched gear and he's got the pedal to the floor.
It was pretty well bowled, that last delivery, apart from the fact that it was just a little too much leg side. The length was good, but the line was not. And the fine leg glance for 4. '97 partnership.
That's okay. You might say he could have looked to hit it straight down the ground. He's only got a fraction of a moment to decide, but he's making an effort at least to get the ball dispatched now. Oh, a missed stumping. Hits him. Oh, is it? Did the ball hit the stumps? Because the feet weren't in the crease.
I think he knocked the bails off with his glove first, and the ball might have been in the right hand, but he was definitely out of his crease.
Look at the hands. Look, where is the ball? Oops, where's the ball going? Now, ball may not have hit the stumps. The fingers, you're right, Bruce. The fingers may have hit and dislodged the bails. So a missed stumping by Fletcher. Ooh, they're running them ragged in the field now. Running them ragged. 17 overs gone, 113 for 2.
Yeah, the pressure's on the fielders now. There's just 3 overs remaining, and they're going to try and get 20 and over from here on in. This is when they start picking up their bats and swinging. See, the ball missed the stumps, and he's knocked the bails with his gloves. So that's why there was no appeal. They didn't even bother. But even from there, he could have gone and run around and picked up the ball at the second goal.
.113 for 2, 3 overs left. Rate 6.65. Where will they get to if they continue? A 133. Barbados will want much more than that. They'll want 3 big overs here of upwards of 10.
Can the bowlers deliver? Last 3 overs. The pressure's on everybody out there. Terrific partnership. Nearly the 100 up, but the pressure's now on the bowlers in the field. Can they deliver? No balls to hit for 6. It's picked the man out at deep mid-wicket there just for a single. So 2 good deliveries, 2 singles. And can he just hold this pressure? Fire the ball in full at their feet.
That's found the gap. Now will it get there? Yes, it gets there. Another boundary for Carter. This is a wonderful partnership. 105 it is from 88 balls. Only the second 100 partnership of the tournament. Lyndon James and Alston Bob, who here that did it before.
Just saying about firing it into his feet. And that was a short delivery. That should have been hit for 4, and it was. There's another one. It's in the air. It's down to long on. Sylvester gets around and takes the catch. Sorry, it's Baptiste. So a good run out from him early on and a good catch there. He got away from him, but he grabbed it second time.
This is a good catch, a very good catch. Now when you're running at full pelt, he picks up the trajectory of it and it bubbles out of his hand. He settles, almost runs too far to his right, but then he has the presence of mind, the awareness and the balance to get it. 61 to Carter, well played, 119 for 3.
Desperate times call for desperate measures in the ONGC I-League. Dempo are desperate to ward off their competition and close in on the crown, while Salgaonkar are desperate to keep their cause alive in the big league. What measure will these former champions take? Find out as we head into the climax of the season.
ONGC I-League, Sunday Salgaonkar vs Dempo, 5 a.m. ET and 2 a.m. BT, only on Z Sports.
And you've seen that halfway through the air, Ryan Hinds has lofted it down towards the airport car park. Length will go a fair distance at this stage.
He's finally found the middle of the bat. There's Ryan Hinds. That's gone a long way. Now he's up to 40 from 45. They need 6 more off this. Well bowled. Full. Should be kept to a single. And back for two, and he's run out. Crazy running. That's Baptiste again. He's in the game. 2 run-outs and a catch. Terrific cricket from him.
He kept his calm. The objective here is to get the ball into your hands first. Don't hustle it. Get the throw in flat. It skids off the turf. It's not high where it takes a longer time because of a loop on it. Fantastic throw. And this is a dangerous batsman gone for naught. Dwayne Smith's gone 126 for 4.
To make sound investment decisions, you have to keep your...
He's the new batsman. Not much time really to get stuck in. He's got 2 overs. There's a partnership. This young man has come back from very disturbing circumstances. Almost lost his life. Alcindo Holder. So he's just happy to be back on the park again and playing. Nelon Pascal into the attack again.
Well, a good move this. They had to get Nelon Pascal back on. It's just 2 overs remaining. This will be his last. And very good figures from him. Just none for 15 so far. Bowled quite fast early. And rocked Barbados onto the back foot with a couple of short deliveries. That's very close.
It should have been a single as well, but I think the batsman was a little caught up in the appeal. Where does it strike him? Is it outside the off stump? Oh, it's on the off stump now. He's lucky to survive here. That struck him inside the off stump and would have hit the stumps. That should have been given out. He's gotten away, but he hasn't made full use of it. Could have run a single, Bruce, easily.
Did he get inside edge? No, I don't think so. Probably the umpire, Billy Doctorow, thought maybe a bit too much sideways movement, maybe missing leg stump. That's high in the air, and a long way. 6 more.
Using the pace. Holder. He's a big man. He does this easily. Look how easily he does this. He doesn't have a big swing. He just times it. Yes, nice. A good flow of the bat in the direction of the hit. He's a big boy.
It was a great shot, wasn't it? Beautifully controlled. So Pascal's length has to be spot on here because this man obviously is powerful and can hit through the line of the ball for 6.
Unorthodox, but he gets it away for 1, gets Ryan Hinds on strike, and you could see him searching for that Yorker, even the one that maybe went for 6, whether he was trying to repeat the LBW call or he was searching for that Yorker. He was short of the length that he required, and again he's short of that length. He's got a good slow ball as well, Pascal. I like him. I like Pascal a lot. I think he offers you pace, reasonable control, definitely a talent. One of those guys again who you have to get hold of and refine. That's a slower ball, Bruce.
Well called, Bish. Yeah, there's a couple of different theories in 2020 cricket, especially bowling at the death like this, as to whether you keep trying to bowl Yorkers, and it's very, very difficult to bowl the Yorker length consistently. So at times you're better off backing off the pace, rather than try to bowl Yorkers all the time. And it was very good thinking from Nelon Pascal. He was just 1 ahead of the batsman there. Good stuff.
He wants to finish strong. He needs to finish strong as a bowler. That's another slower ball. Oh, it's found the gap. That is awesome. That is an awesome shot because the shot had to be delayed from Ryan Hinds, and he got it away for 4. 19 overs gone, 137 for 4.
Well, just 1 over remaining, and on a pitch like this, see the slow delivery? It's just short enough to get underneath it. Gave him enough time to hit for 4. A pitch like this, you'd be expecting 180. Not 150. I think 150 is all they're going to get.
45, 137 for 4. During the break, Heron Campbell will be performing live here.
but he's not being allowed to use them because he's stepping across to off stump and looking to hit leg side. Now, can Sylvester maybe change the pace or get the Yorker in outside the off stump, make him look to hit offside? Let's see how strong he is there. That's a good change of line, gets it away for 2. Doesn't hit it as cleanly through the offside as he does leg side.
Yeah, sometimes you've got to change your angle as well. If the guy's liking leg side and you're bowling over the wicket into his pads, well, maybe you come around the wicket, change the angle, go as wide on the crease as possible and fire in the middle stump from there. Another full toss. Be lucky to get away with just the 2 here. They're coming back, he'll have to be quick, but the throw is wide. So just 2 balls remaining. They're 149. I just reckon 150, 155, and they're going to be in with a chance here. Slower delivery. He's got that in the gap as well. They'll come back for 2. So 1 ball remaining, that 14 off this over. He's going to try and hit this for 6, Bish. No risk.
Well, what is instructive, folks, what is instructive is that 130 is the highest successful run chase in the tournament so far. 131 gotten. Now, 1 short signal by the umpires, so the score will be back down by 1. Be interesting tonight. I think we have a big game on. Last ball.
And very, very well bowled. Under pressure. They've got to come back for 2. And that's the 20 overs gone. They finished with 152 for 4 after those hiccups early in a magnificent partnership of 105 between Carter and Hinds. Just off 89 balls. Ronald Stanford is there. He's pretty happy with proceedings tonight. Good score of 152 for 4. Let's go down to Mike Hazel.
Yeah, thanks, Bruce. I've got Jonathan Carter alongside me. Jonathan, first of all, well played. That was a fine knock.
Thanks. I was a bit nervous at first, but seeing the run rate, I just told Ryan and the others that were bringing out the water that the run rate needs to be carried a little bit higher. And I decided that I was going to go. I told Ryan that he could work around the ball and I would go.
Okay, now the conditions out there are pretty good for batting.
Definitely. When it first came out, Ryan told me the ball was keeping low, and yes, it was keeping low, but I just put my faith in God and I batted to the best of my ability.
One of the things that we've been talking about, the commentators as well, is the fact this outfield is drier tonight. The ball's skipping. Is it worth more runs? How many more runs do you think it's worth?
I'd say about 15, 20 more runs.
Okay.
And that's worth a lot.
Okay. Have you guys got enough? 152. Have you got enough on the board?
Yeah, we have enough runs on the board because we have the bowlers to bowl a side under 100, and we believe in our bowlers.
Okay, now one of the things everyone's been saying as well is the fact that Barbados is their bowling's the strength. The batters have to come to the fore. You guys have baked the cake. Now the bowlers got to ice it.
Yeah, I think it's up to the likes of Tino, Best, and Sulieman Benn. Those are our first string bowlers, so they need to bowl well at top.
Okay, Jonathan, thanks for your time. Well
Thanks
played.
a lot.
Okay, let's go back upstairs.
Thank you, Hazy and Jonathan Carter, a star of the future, that young man. You can see there he got 61 from 49 when Hinds was really struggling. Hinds picked up the ante a bit later on. That was after they'd lost 2 early wickets. Dwayne Smith was run out for duck. He was a big hitter, didn't even face a ball. And Holder was fabulous at the end, 22 from just 10 deliveries, got them to 152 for 4. So Pascal bowled well. They all bowled pretty well, actually. No one went for plenty. Plenty is 10 to 12 and over, and the run-outs and the 2 wickets, 1 each to George and Ettienne. So after 20 overs and the 15 extras, 152 for 4. And the target, Grenada need 153 runs to win. That's at 7.65 runs per an over. We'll just take a short break now and be back soon.
It's 2020. Come on, are you ready? I'm going to get one time. It's 2020.
Stanford Stanford 2020, Sunday Antigua versus Guyana, 6 p.m. ET and 3 p.m. PT.
A warm welcome back to all of you, and we thank you once again for spending time with us in observing this Stanford 2020 tournament. Let me bring you up to date if you've just come in for some reason and you want to find out what has transpired. Grenada won the toss tonight, asked Barbados to bat first on a superb surface. There was some movement early on, and Barbados lost a couple of wickets. They lost Richards and Patrick Browne, but Ryan Hinds and Jonathan Carter came together. They got a 100 partnership going. Young Carter was very, very good, only 20 years old, and they got to 152 for 4. Alcindo Holder, 22 of 10, was also instrumental in this total. Basim Cox is alongside me, and yes, they got 152. But how much of a pass score is this? Is this 152 what Barbados would have expected? Could it have gotten more? Did they surpass expectations?
Well, I look at the batting quality that we saw from Carter. Had he gone on and batted for another 3 or 4 overs, I think 170 was on. When Grenada look at it, they probably look at the extras. 10% of the runs, 15 extras were scored, and that's just far too many. And you know, on that basis, you'd say Grenada would be unhappy that they got as many as they did. So Barbados 150, they've got it on the door now. And batting second is, yes, you know what you're chasing, but it's tough to hold your nerve, and that's going to be the real test for Grenada tonight.
It is significantly a better performance than they did when they played Dominica, different surface then. So what we'll do now is have a look at what has happened during that Barbados innings and look at the wickets that fell. It was pressure early, and Richards was the first to go by the run out. This guy, Baptiste, has had a good night in the field, Patrick.
Great arm. He's got a wonderful throwing style. If you look how he throws over the top, so his accuracy is always going to be good. And that was just, well, it was a great throw, but really poor running. And then, of course, as a spinner, I could not help but enjoy that. I mean, that bounce and journey, beautiful flight, and just a little bit, but wonderful keeping. See him catch the ball on the back and move it forward. He didn't catch it forward going back.
And then Carter played brilliantly. He had a few chances, he had a few lives, but eventually he held out again down to Baptiste. But it was an exceptional innings given the circumstances and the context of the match on a 20-year-old. I really think he's one for the future.
Oh, there's absolutely no doubt. An amazing opportunity. And he holds on to it. And then Dwayne Smith. This was just committing suicide. There was never a 2 there. Not from one of those fielders who seemed such a great arm. But yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that young Carter's going to be seen at the next level. And he needs to spend some time now with some quality players.
Yeah, this was a big run out because it's Baptiste again, good arm, flat throw, and also the fact that it was Dwayne Smith, the batsman, who was run out there. Dwayne Smith, one of those players who can really accelerate the innings.
Yeah, absolutely. And that probably leads me to say they're a little bit shy of what they could have done.
But his runs on the board, so they have to really, really go well. Now, Carter, we spoke about him. If you missed it, just have a look, Patrick, and enjoy some of his shots. He's only slight of build, but he packs a punch.
Well, it's all about timing, isn't it? And I like the way he gets the front foot out the way, clears the hip, and so freely hits the ball on the move. And just wonderful timing and balance. We often speak about balance.
And it's the intent as well. And he said he was a little bit nervous initially. But those red lines at the sixes, one straight down the ground, 3 of them over that wide, long one straight in the wicket area, and a number of singles running very, very well between the wickets. He's sharp. So for a young guy to come in and batting with a senior partner as well, he batted with Ryan Hinds, who's late 20s, maybe 27, and an established player, and dominating the partnership says something about him.
Yeah, and I thought Hinds did well as well, because he just let it happen, and he watched from the other side, got the singles. And yeah, I like there's something about him, he's got flair. There's no doubt that this kid has got flair. And there's something, he reminds me of someone in world cricket. I'm not sure who it is, but there's someone who plays very similar to him. The name will come to me a bit later on, but clearly one for the future.
Grenada did well, it has to be said, the first 10 overs again, and maybe, you have to give them credit. They're not one of the established superpowers, but they fought well. But there are just 1 or 2 areas where they probably have let themselves down. That's the catching so far in the match. We don't know if it will be critical, but they pride themselves on their fielding, and they just dropped maybe 3 or 4 catches that they could have held on.
The old adage, catches win matches. That was a really tough one. I wouldn't even class that as a drop catch. But there were some really easier ones. I mean, I think that one was, you take that 19 out of 20.
Particularly Denis George, who I think is one of the best fieldsmen in this tournament.
Another one you'd want to catch.
So Fletcher is the opening batsman who much will be expected of. There was a little bit of a misstumping that he missed as well, but Carter was dropped at 12, he was dropped at 40 odd. So it sort of grinds away as fielder drops it on purpose, Patrick. Can they lift themselves? Can they forget about that and come out and do what they need to do?
Well, they're going to have to, and of course they're going to face some real hostile fast bowling, because their opening man dished it out, didn't he? He dished it out. Time to face the music now.
Yeah, Tino Best is what Patson Cox is referring to, and he is a real talent. And I noticed when they played first back, one of the downfalls of Tino Best was that he was too animated. Once he got across that white line, they said that he had white line fever. Didn't really put as much thought into his proceedings as possible. But in that first game, his body language was calm, he was very focused, and I just wonder if it's a new Tino Best.
I think it could be, he may be maturing, and I think Vasper Drakes will be a big help as a coach in making sure he just harnesses his emotions just a little bit, and make sure that he gets the ball in the right area, especially tonight, get the ball in the right area often, and just let the ball do the work. Don't get caught up in trying to bowl faster than anybody else. I know fast bowling, you love it, we all love it, but sometimes fast bowling in the wrong area can make you pay dearly.
Sulieman Benn?
I love him. I had a little chat to him. I said to him, if he puts his mind to it, I think Sulieman Benn can play Test cricket for 6 to 7 years and set himself up beautifully. That's his challenge. He's got every talent in the world.
Yes, that is certainly something that Barbados will have to bowl as a unit as well. Ryan Hinds will bowl his left arm orthodox. Dwayne Smith, very sort of underrated bowler, Pat.
He is, but again, Bish, you can't help thinking that what you've got to do is no matter how well you bowl, we've seen it again in the field, if you don't back it up with good fielding, run out opportunities, as good as you bowl, it's not going to help you much.
One of the downsides, well, not a downside, folks, if you missed it, Patrick, one of the difficulties for Grenada is that Heron Campbell, who opened the batting, captained the team previously, and one of their better players, to be quite honest, injured his finger a little early on in the game, and this is what happened, folks. If you look at it, he dislocated it. There's a fear that it might be broken.
Well, I've got news for him. Strap it up, take a pain tablet, get in the mix, fast as you can. There's a game to be won, there's $1 million up for grabs. They know it as well, they love it. Sorry, mate, get it sorted.
It's painful, Patrick. I have to admit to you, I experienced it once, unfortunately.
How long did it keep you out for? About a minute?
I wouldn't want to put any pressures on Campbell. And there we go. The Sherwin Winchester. Entertaining this. Garrett Mead, one of our cameramen, trying to keep up. I'm not sure that he can. It's a different cultural disparity here. Soca Monarch of Trinidad and Tobago. Well, with that, we'll take a break and come back to the Stanford cricket ground in a moment.
One time. 2020.
Welcome back to the Stanford cricket ground, everyone, and that's Sherwin Winchester again. And the guy who stormed the party on the left is Gary Bain. He's a cameraman, and he thinks that he's very good on his feet. I think he's shown up tonight. Just a reminder of what has happened so far in the first half of the match. Barbados batting first. They got 152 for 4. Jonathan Carter playing beautifully, striking the ball well. Ryan Hinds partnering him was a little bit slow to begin with, but got 45 from 48. And Alcindo Holder adding some impetus to the end, 22 off 10. Nelon Pascal once again impressive. So too Denis George. He used the new ball and used it well. And really all the bowlers contributed to, I suppose, what is limiting Barbados to a decent score. But in this tournament, it's hard to chase anything over 130 successfully. It's not been done. Grenada need 153. They've got Devon Smith and Rawl Lewis back. Remember, from West Indies duty, they need to score just over 7.5 per over. So It's a good pitch. Billy Doctrove leading as a senior umpire, making their way out to the middle. Game on, game on. Plenty of Grenadian support. Can Grenada hold their nerve? I say that because Barbados come in as favourites, the established team. All of the senior teams, the big four of regional cricket in these quarterfinals, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Guyana and Jamaica. Nevis will be playing. Antigua Barbuda will be playing. This is the second quarterfinal. 2 more to go after this. Barbados, they've never reached the semi-final of the Stanford 2020. Can they do it tonight? Can they? Or will Grenada triumph? Let's find out. Our first voices in the commentary box are Pat Simcox and Tony Cozier.
Thank you, Bishop. Here come the Grenada opening batsman. Devon Smith, the little left-hander. Had a very difficult tour of Zimbabwe and South Africa with the West Indies, but finished off with a bang. 91 he got in the last one-day international against South Africa. That was his last innings. And, he has the experience, he has the firepower in which he can get this innings off in a blaze of strokes. With him, Fletcher, the youngster, keeper, who's already made his mark in this tournament. He did in 2006. Right-hander, there he is, Andrew Fletcher. And a very good average and a very good strike rate as well.
Yes, folks, and they're going to be facing some heat, man, because Tino Best knows that up front he wants to make sure his team get psychological advantage straight away. He's going to come running in at least 145. He's been the fastest in the tournament, that's no doubt, but he wants to get faster. He wants to bowl it as fast as he can. He's got to get in the right area. Now, the field placing will be a slip in place. I'd be surprised if there wasn't 2 in place, and they've got to make sure they stop the singles. There's the one slip there, and the other one there. Now, folks, if you're sitting at home watching this, hold on to your seat, because I think that this is going to be an exciting little first 10 overs here. There is so much to play for. You lose, you're gone. You're out of the $1 million. You win, you're in the jackpot. There are not many sides to go after that. Tony Cozier, he's itching for this game to get going.
Here's Tino Best, trying to live up to his surname. And starts with a no ball. It's over the waist, slip from his grasp. A warning from umpire Billy Doctrove. Tino Best has had difficulties with balls such as that, deliveries such as that, beamers they're called.
Well, this may shake his confidence a little bit. He's got to be now more than careful. He's got to probably just try and hit length.
Sorts of confusion out there. No free hit after that no ball because it was above the level of the waist. Only when the bowler oversteps the front crease, and we saw that from Grenada tonight. They were very good on the ground. They bowled generally well, but they spilled 4 catches. There was a missed stumping and 5 no balls, therefore 5 free hits. Indiscipline in that area.
Well, he's hit him at 145 kilometers an hour. It was on to him in a flash. Prepare to take it on, which would mean... Let's have a look where it hit him. Yeah, straight on the grid. Now, if he didn't have one of those on, he'd have been spitting some teeth out. Picking him up on the ground, maybe in hospital by now. Real pace.
Well, I think he has... probably to get some assistance from the dressing room with that grill. It's been damaged. It's not in the same condition it was a delivery ago. There's quite a distinct dent on it.
Speed, the time that you're going to have to see it. Half a second. Right, here we go. Take that, son. Fetch that ball. All the way for 4. What a great reply.
Well, he's taken a blow on the grill of the helmet. That must have shaken him. And then he comes back and produces this shot through the offside for a boundary. Raced away for 4. 92 miles an hour that delivery. It came down to Devon Smith. It went from the bat even faster.
Yep, it was the fastest ball of the tournament. Went for 4. Buckle in. Best not going to like that at all.
Just to push into the offside for a single. So that 4th delivery, 148.1 kilometers an hour. There are not many bowlers in international cricket who can generate the pace of over 90 miles an hour. Best is one of them.
2 slips in place for the right-hander. Oh, that's a good delivery. Lots of pace and bounce. He's found his rhythm as best. Difficult to play.
Tino Best has played quite a few test matches for the West Indies in one-day internationals, but he won't be available any longer. He's signed a contract with the Indian Cricket League, the 20 overs tournament, non-sanctioned tournament, unofficial. Here is last delivery. Wide, real wide. So he is wild, he is fast, but he's had a no ball and a wide already in his first over, and 7 have come from it.
Yeah, his biggest problem is his emotions, isn't it? He's got to chain those. But just have a look at the eyes of Fletcher. They're wide. So this is the time when you're standing on the other end. Somebody's running in at 145 plus. And have your wits about you. Get into line, lift the bat up early, be light on your feet. Keep watching. The adrenaline flows through you. Lovely drive. Oh yes. He got it wrong and been punished again for 4. 11 off the first over, a dramatic one.
Perhaps getting a bit of tap at that first over from Tino Best. I'll tell you where I've come to now. I've come to a new area at the Stanford Cricket Ground, which is the nets. Now the nets, they're actually quite spectacular. Some of the best nets I've seen in the Caribbean, that's for sure, if not the best. And what's also nice about it is under lights. So the Jamaican boys are here at the moment practicing under lights. I don't know if Rowan, if you can just pick up one of the stars we've been waiting to see here. Chris Gale is here and they're practicing for their game against Nevis tomorrow, and they've had quite a solid workout. So it's nice to see. Nevis, by the way, had a training session a little bit earlier as well. The boys are certainly making full use of this nets at the Stanford Cricket Ground. Now I've got one of the stars from Jamaica alongside me, Marlon Samuels, I should say. Marlon, welcome back.
Well, it's always a pleasure being back, so good night to all the viewers and all the listeners as well.
And you guys have put in a solid workout tonight here in the nets.
Well, most definitely after the last one, so we have to continue to work hard as possible to try and take it home this time.
And of course, you're one of the 5 new faces we're going to sing with Jamaica tomorrow. All the boys back from the South African trip.
Oh, most definitely. We're back a little bit tired, but we're getting there, getting better acclimatized to the Jamaican weather. Now we're in Antigua, so we're going to come and play some hard cricket.
You're a very experienced cricketer, we know that, and well, hang on a sec, we're going to have to refer this to the third umpire. We'll come back shortly.
Dwayne Smith, you don't run to him. He's one of the best fielders in the West Indies. Looks very much like Smith, and if it wasn't, it's certainly the fielder with the kind of efficiency we are usually associated with Smith. Usually is in that position, Dwayne Smith. He's a long way out, Andre Fletcher. Got another run out in this tournament. Fletcher has to go. 11 for 1, Fletcher gone.
What a big blow. What a big blow. At this early stage, the last thing you needed when you're chasing that score was to have one of your major batters run out. Well, he hit a boundary through extra cover. It was a good shot. Weathered the storm in 1 over. Gone for 4, 11 for 1 now.
Andrew Fletcher run out by Carter for 4, it's 11 for 1. The new batsman is Baptiste.
So Randal Baptiste is a new batsman. Of course, he's got some work. Wicket falling early in the middle. I'm still in the nets, by the way, having a chat to Marlon Samuels. Marlon, what I was going to be saying to you is we just watched some action. It's another to sit things. Let's go back, commentators.
Well, what a sensational start this is. Umpire James Stevens took a long time to give it, and it looks as if it's caught. It seemed too high for a leg before a decision. Let's have a look here. Ball going high, then off the inside edge, bobbed up in the air. The keeper takes it. A delay in making the decision. Sulieman Benn asks for it, and the umpire then raises the finger. Well, it looked as if he was shaking his head initially. So it's 11 for 2.
Telesford, the new batsman, and under pressure now. A couple of quick wickets falling at the start of this innings, and I'm still with Samuels. We'll try and get an interview. We'll try stage. We'll see what action is in the middle, just in case. So I've got Marlon. Let's try again, Marlon. What I was going to say to you is that you're a very relaxed character out in the middle, but how pumped up 2023?
Oh, I'm very pumped up. Relaxation. I use it to pump up. So knowing that 20 is a very difficult game, not as that's the fast pace going, so you have to be moving, bowling, fielding and batting as well, so you have to be pumped up.
Okay, now tell us about that relaxed atmosphere. I mean, you look just so cool, calm and collected in the middle. Is that really the case, or inside is a bit different?
Yes, definitely that is the case. You know, using, as I said, I use it to my advantage by trying to be more relaxed while stepping out there. And the crowd is there and pressure is there. That's what I use to pull me through as much as possible.
Big game tomorrow. Huge crowd, of course, for you blokes. It's Nevis. What do you guys think of Nevis?
Well, Nevis, you can't take no team for granted, and we definitely wouldn't be taking Nevis for granted. It's a very good team as well. They have some good personality in that team, so we're going to come and play hard against Nevis.
I appreciate you spending time with us. Thanks very much, and go back to the net section.
Oh, it's a pleasure talking to you.
Let's go back and join the commentators.
Two wickets down, but Devon Smith is dangerous. Very good player of pace bowling, and this is pace bowling. But that again came from the bat like a shot from a gun. 2 boundaries now off Tino Best. Decides to go round the wicket to Devon Smith, the left-hander. Changes the angle of the delivery. Could be a gripping match here. Stanford up there with the kids. Ross waving his son there. Through the offside again, brilliant shot again. Goes for another boundary. Tino Best being hammered here by Devon Smith.
That is as good a shot as we've seen all night. He's pretty focused. You've got to be at that pace. Beautiful balance. Right, 19 for 2. They would feel they're just a little bit behind, who lost 2 wickets. And target looms. You've got to weather the storm. Punch back.
Down to the bowler's end, just misses the stumps. Where was Telesford going? Smith was looking at the ball.
Well, you just can't believe it. They've just seen a run out. What? You know, you look at that. Oh, he was gone for all money. Imagine having been out then. Just can't afford that. You've got to be more cautious. Watch what's going on. Be aware of it. Watch the other batsmen. Have good eye contact. There's a lot of noise around.
This cue, now they decide not to go for it. Just to make a correction on the fielder who effected the run out. In fact, it was Alcindo Holder, not Dwayne Smith. But it was a superb piece of fielding. Swooped on it and knocked the stumps over direct. There he is, Alcindo Holder. Played a vital innings towards the end, 22 off 10 deliveries.
Yes, his release was quick. Have a look. That's what did it. Very good, very good.
That was quick. So Best worked up. Exciting stuff here against a batsman who is going after him.
Well, he's going at 11 and over. He's bowling bounces. Can get the top edge on that. I think he's going for 6. He generates a lot of pace, this Tino Best. Wholehearted. And as Tony Kaiser said early on, there are not many blokes in the world that get it up at this pace.
So he's come back well. 2 boundaries off the first 2 deliveries, but those are the only runs from the over. It's 19 for 2.
3 overs, Grenada chasing 153.
As Patsy and Cox was saying, seemingly a little nervous. Big appeal now. They're finding difficulty against spin, as we have seen from other teams in the competition so far. Not handling the spin that easily.
Well, they'll find it more difficult from Ben because he gets a lot of bounce. Look at that. Good flight and good control. See the bounce again. You see it just a little advance down the wicket. Indecision in the running. Ben, he holds it back every now and again, hits the right area. Just a bit of turn puts you in 2 minds.
First run off Sulieman Benn, bowled a maiden to begin with and got a wicket.
This is Ben's last over. And for me, he's been the pick of the bowlers that I've seen as a spinner in this tournament so far. I just like the control. You see the control, change up of pace, the good bounce, nice easy action. Doesn't give you much. Certainly battle to sweep him, which is a favourite shot of spinners because of his height. So you've got to play it down the ground.
If you would have seen him last season, a couple of seasons back, this is the first time I've seen him with his arm so high on delivery. Tended to be very round arm, didn't use his height to advantage, but there's a distinct difference this season for the better. Just a knocked single into the offside, 2 runs off the over, 21 for 2.
21 for 2, 4 overs completed.
He's a tall man, and he's got his radar well set. Clearly,
So Grenada with a slight advantage at this stage, but there's a long way to go. Just past the first furlong, perhaps, in a race which will last 20 overs. Derrick Bishop, slow left arm coming on. Barbados have seen the effect of spinners during the tournament and have brought this left arm spinner into the side. He's an all-rounder. Hasn't played any first-class cricket for them, but has a very good record at club level in Barbados. Plays for St. Catherine Club in the eastern parish of St. Philip. Not a bad batsman either, but he didn't have an opportunity to bat. And now, opportunity to bowl.
I think they're going to target him because Ben's going to chain them down for another 2, and you're getting behind. So somebody's going to take him on, and I think it's got to be the right-hander. The field has still got to be pretty tight spread. I need 2 out, and if you can hit him with the wind through mid-wicket, that's the hitting area. Not going to get much bounce, so you probably could chance your arm going across the line.
Dressing room attendants for Barbados, located in the Barbados dressing room, and swept away. And I'm sure they're keeping the Barbados players on their best behavior.
It's nicely placed. They should pick up 2, will do. It's a very competent little batter, is Devon Smith, and he's very focused. He's come back from one heck of a blow to his helmet, to the grid. That's close. Yes, it's gone. It's skidded on and he missed it. Played across the line and has paid the price. Oh yes. Bishop does his job.
Just skidded on, and he's right back on his stumps. That is absolutely out, no question. Billy Doctorow had no problems. And an early wicket, and a key wicket as well for Bishop. Smith goes for 17, 25 for 3.
Devon Smith, LBW Bishop 17, 25 for 3. Captain Rawl Lewis comes to the crease.
Now the captain comes in, Rawl Lewis. Fair batsman. Needs to do a lot here with Grenada faltering. 3 down for 25, just having lost their key player. Devon Smith to the left arm spin of Derrick Bishop. Derrick Bishop's first bowl in the tournament.
Well, and nearly another mix-up as Bishop seems to be having a pretty good night at the moment. 25 for 3.
5 overs completed. Grenada needing 153 to win, 25 for 3. A reminder that Sherwin Winchester CDs are on sale at the merchandise center.
Grenada struggling here. Next commentators are Ian Bishop and the King of Puns, Jeffrey Dujon.
Thank you very much, Tony. Grenada need 128. They need to score at around 8.5 runs per over. They've lost Devon Smith, their premier batsman. No word yet on Campbell. Heron Campbell dislocated his finger for sure while he was fielding in the first innings of the match. Suspected broken finger, but that is yet to be confirmed. He's not back from hospital yet. We don't know whether he's available to bat. He's a good player. Right now, Jeffrey Dujon, the Barbadian bowlers are having a little bit of a stranglehold. 26 for 3. Barbados at a similar stage with 24 for 2.
Well, it's up in the air as to how much batting Grenada has left. Rawl Lewis, a useful player, but I dare say not the devastating type of player they'll need to get up to get these runs. And if he's in so early, you wonder what's left down the road. Batsmen don't seem to have too much of an answer to Sulieman Benn. He's really been very oppressive. And he's been allowed to have his way with them. Six overs gone. It's 26 for 3.
Huge job on the captain's shoulders, Rawl Lewis. 26 for 3. Where will they be at the halfway mark? Barbados were just 50 or 55, 58 in fact, but they had wickets in hand for the crescendo at the end. Now can Grenada get there? Trinidad and Tobago's carnival was over some time ago. Antiguan carnival, I understand, is somewhere around August, but this gentleman is having a whale of a time. Grenada carnival has just finished as well. They'll be hoping for some extended celebrations here tonight. They need 127 more. Oh, close, how close? Gone! Derrick Bishop is living up to his name. It's a good name, and he's having good success.
Well, everybody seems to be playing for turn. There's been none from any of the bowlers tonight. And plays back Telesford, and a man fixing up pipe couldn't be plumber than that. Telesford has to go for only 3. It's 26 for 4.
Desperate times call for desperate measures in the ONGC.
John Sylvester, at the age of 38, will be hoping that years of first-class cricket weighs in his favour. Trouble! Two very experienced batsmen at the crease, folks, but this team is in trouble. Grenada are in trouble. Jeffrey Dujon said that Barbados' bowling was oppressive. It's a good illustration of what is happening. Left arm spinners in operation. Bishop and Benn tightening the screws.
It's also evidence of the inability of the batsmen to play spin bowling on a wicket that's not spinning. Bamboozled by length, getting caught on the crease, playing for turn. And very mobile as well at the crease, allowing the bowlers to pitch the ball where they want to pitch it. In the have another Bishop over. 7 gone. It's 27 for 4.
It's
Devon Smith, the only man to get a start. Out leg before to Bishop. And nobody else has really troubled the scorers to any great extent. Experience in Lewis and Sylvester at the wicket. And any rear guard action is going to have to start here and now.
Get in!
Oh, is it taken? That is brilliant! That is brilliant! It's Ryan Hinds! It was low, it was dying, and thank you very much, says Sulieman Benn. John Sylvester is unmoved. The umpires may come together to discuss it. It looked clean from here, it looked clean initially.
Yes, at first glance it looked clean. Umpires obviously not sure, having a chat about it, and they've decided that he's got to go. John Sylvester. So Grenada lose their 5th wicket. Let's have another look. Leading edge. In comes Hinds and clean as a whistle.
Well, it never looked in doubt. But it's the end of John Sylvester for 127 for 5, Grenada.
John Sylvester 4 times, Rawl Lewis 1. Ronald Ettienne is his replacement.
Well, it's been a disappointing performance by Grenada. They didn't field particularly well. They fielded actually quite sloppily. Dropped a few catches. Didn't bowl particularly badly, but they've come and the batting has really let them down. Quite a few what you would have to call soft dismissals. And Barbados appear at this point to have taken the game away from them. This was the catch by Ryan Hinds off Sylvester. And another mix-up. Well, they're asking, did he get back?
Well, he took the long way around. He had to turn and he had to make a long sort of semicircle. He might get there. Will he get there? Yeah, he might be home. Ettienne might be back. This angle is not conclusive, but you can just tell that he might just have gotten in here, bat over the line, and I would give him the benefit of the doubt. I can't see when the bails are taken off. It's not conclusive, but I think he's back. Let's see what the Eagle does. He's tapping, he's waiting, and he cheers. Stanford Eagle, not out.
The innings in a shambles. We'll get one here, just the one off the over. We've got 8 gone. It's 28 for 5.
To make sound investment decisions.
Subtle against him. And richly deserved. Reward of 2 wickets. The comparison at this point. Grenada pretty much out of it.
What a spell from Sulieman Benn. He's now the most economical bowling analysis in the history of Stanford 2020. Surpassed Neil McGarrell, the left-arm spinner from Guyana. Boy, you just hope that Sulieman Benn would take this coming and really excel his career, because he's got the qualities. He can bat. He's a very good catcher as well at that slip and gully position. And you hope that they're higher honours for him. Lovely shot. Good shot from Ettienne. It'll run away for 4, will it? Yes, it does.
the 5th boundary of the innings, and this was well played. Bisected short third man and backward point, and they'll need quite a few more of those if they're going to get anywhere near to Barbados' total. It's in the air. It'll drop safely in front of long off. They're coming for a second, and this could be close. They're asking again, and the umpires signaled for the 3rd umpire. Is he short? Yes, he looks to be short. Well, he's missed the stumps, hasn't he? There we go. Just about got through. Just about got home. Good piece of cricket though, great throw from Alcindo Holder. The 3rd umpire agrees with us that Ettienne is safe. He's been living dangerously, Ettienne. He's off to the races again and sent back. 9 overs gone, 34 for 5.
34 for 5, 11 overs to go, and that run rate required is just about 11 at this stage. And I've got one of the Stanford legends alongside me, Desmond Hinds. Desi, a proud Bayesian. You must be happy with the way the boys are playing.
Oh, certainly, Jerry. Yes, mate.
Settle.
Yeah. No, I'm very happy with the Barbados performance tonight. I know that there's a saying in the Barbados that the guys struggle to play against spin, but you can see that this is not a Barbados thing.
Yes.
This is a Caribbean thing, and Barbados with 2 good spinners in the side, and they're doing very well tonight.
Certainly is a nice buzz, and I guess there'll be a few celebrations around the place as well afterwards when they get up and win this one. But I guess one of the, well, we don't really want to talk cricket with you, Desi. Happy birthday, mate. It's your birthday today.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
It's on the big screen. There you go. How's it been so far?
So far I had a very good birthday, and Barbados is making me very proud tonight. So I just hope that they can just cap it off with a win tonight. And then I've also got Barbados to win the $1 million, so that'd be good.
Wow, okay. Just one other thing I want to talk to you about also, Desi, is the fact that what we're seeing so far in this tournament is a lot of youngsters coming through. It's a very different face, this tournament, from 2006.
Yeah, I find that this year you can see that the guys are getting very used to the 2020 format. But I think what the public should be very patient, because as you can see this year the fielding is very, very good. The fielding and the catching, well, we look at 1 or 2 spills in the field because of the lighting and so forth. But if you look at the fielding is very good. The batting, we are struggling a little bit with the batting, and I think that's going to come in time. I think what has happened is that because it's a 20-over format and the batsmen are not able to really get on going at the moment. They're young players. If you put some of the old folks to bat in this situation, they'll probably be able to score a lot faster and a lot freer. But these are young guys now and as you can see, the pro teams are really looking good, and I believe in the next couple of years the pro teams are going to be a force to reckon with.
Okay, certainly is going to help the case. Desi, happy birthday, mate, and enjoy the rest of the day. And how old are you, by the way? 60?
I'm 25.
25, thought so. Back upstairs.
Thank you, Jerry.
Happy birthday, legend Leo. It'll be Michael Holding's birthday tomorrow, so they're racking them up in terms of years. It always amazes me when people meet you and they say you're getting older. And I'm still waiting for the day to see any one person who's getting younger. I think you're getting older is obvious.
It's different from looking older. Just one delivery to go in this 10th over. 37 for 5. Grenada. Not showing any signs of any kind of acceleration. That's a straight drive. That is a well-struck straight drive. Brilliantly stopped on the boundary by Dwayne Smith. Kind of fielding you would expect of him. We've had 10 overs. It's 39 for 5.
It's the halfway point of innings, 39 for 5 Grenada.
Well, Grenada have clearly lost their way. They're just waffling around at this point. A disappointing reply to this Barbados total. We're going to have a change in comms. To take you through the next 5 overs will be Tony Cozier, and with him Bruce Yardley.
Thank you, Jeffrey Dujon. They'll come for a second. Well, another disappointing performance by one of the, you have to say, one of the unfavored teams, even though Grenada did get to the semi-final in 2006. And once more, batsmen are being exposed by spin bowling. Barbados looking very sharp in the field. It's one thing you can say, that on the ground the fielding has been outstanding for most of the teams. We saw St. Vincent the Grenadines the other evening, Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada today as well, Barbados now. Nice shot, found the gap, gets 4, right over the top of it, puts it away.
Tony, the spinners again. That's a lovely shot. That's a back cut or a late cut. Cut it square, it's a square cut. It's about 45 degrees. Just use the pace of the ball. It's a nice cricket shot. They're going to need a lot more of those. That's high. And taken. Commentator's curse. Okay. Played a beautiful shot. They'll need more of those, and then holes out. There was Holder down there at long off, did not have to move. That's picking them out, Tony. So they lose their 6th. And Etienne's gone for 13, and it's 46 for 6.
So Grenada 6 wickets down, could well be effectively 7, because Heron Campbell injured his finger so badly in the field when Barbados were batting that it's unlikely that he'll be able to bat. Camilus Alexander comes in now, with virtually all hope gone here for Grenada. Gets off the mark with a nice shot. And Bishop's spell is finished. 3 for 19 from 4 overs, 47 for 6.
From here, 47 for 6 is the score.
Yeah.
And I'm in the crowd with Sir Alan Stanford, who's involved in one of his walkabouts. Alan, you out and about again?
Out and about again, having a great time with the kids, and it's a great night for cricket, and it's a great game. Well, Grenada's got their hands full right now.
Yeah, it's nice to see Barbados play to their full potential, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's going to be a good weekend we have ahead of us. We've got 2 big games this weekend, Saturday and Sunday after it's over with. We have Nevis and we have Antigua and Barbuda taking on Guyana and taking on Jamaica. So it's going to be a great weekend.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be festive. And from what we're hearing as well, the weather forecast is going to be good, as it's been throughout the tournament so far, so that's going to be great news.
Oh yeah, the weather this time of the year, it really is the best time to be playing cricket, and the crowds have been great. I'm just very, very pleased with where we are right now. And at the same time, the fielding, the bowling, everything is really taken, the batting, of course, has taken a whole improvement from the last tournament. So that's what really excites me, and all these young kids getting excited about the sport. In fact, I brought my 12-year-old, just turned 12-year-old son down here with me. I'm trying to get him into cricket.
Okay, Ross.
He's one of 3 boys.
Okay, Ross, let's have a quick chat to you as well, Ross. This is not a swing and a miss. This is not the first time you've been to a Stanford 2020 game.
No, I haven't been before.
It is your first time you've seen a live game?
It's my first time,
okay.
yeah.
But you've been watching a lot in the States?
Yeah.
Okay, and you into it? You're right behind it, and your mates, are they enjoying it as well?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Okay. What would you say is the best part about Stanford 2020?
It's just the game and everything about it. It's so much fun, and just being here and seeing everybody excited. It's a lot of fun.
And this
everything.
And this is nice for you to get out and about and mix with the crowd as well with your dad.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Terrific. Alan, just one final comment. I mean, what a great guy Eli Manning is. That was quite special.
Oh yeah. Eli's a great young athlete, and he really took to 2020. We were able to spend the evening together last night, or night before last actually, and it really was a great evening to have the most valuable player for the Super Bowl here. And just 1 second, sweetie. And it really was a great evening, and he really took to the game. Hope to get him back here for the championship game next week.
Okay, that's great. You're not signing any checks, are you, by the way?
Well, if anybody puts one in front of me, I might sign it without knowing it.
Right, I'll get mine. Okay, let's go back and join the commentators.
So boundary to Lewis. So the Grenadians blowing their horns and celebrating to an extent. 50 on the board, but I think they know in their heart of hearts that this match is beyond them now. Lewis is a good strong hitter. There's not much to come. 53 for 6.
53 for 600 to win from 48. It's not going to happen, folks. They just haven't handled the spin at all well. And they lost Fletcher early. That run out was crucial. Andre Fletcher was, I believe, their best player. He was foolishly run out very early in the innings. And that was the game as far as I was concerned.
Seats G9 and D15.
Huge disparity there after 12 overs, and even then Barbados after 12 overs would have felt that they didn't have quite the score that they wanted at that stage. They really accelerated towards the end. Ryan Hinds is coming on now, left arm spin, more spin. We want to break his fingers. Another finger break. Dwayne Smith whipping the return into Hinds.
Well, I think he had a go at the stumps. He tried to knock the stumps out of the ground. And Ryan Hinds probably felt that he had to make an effort. And had he hit it, it would have been very close, probably out, I reckon. So it was worth the attempt.
I don't think Ryan Hinds thinks so.
Whatsoever. And someone has come out and played a blinder. So let's hope he can keep going. He's got 18 from 21. He's been in long enough now. This is Alexander on strike. And he's got to make sure that someone can stay with him. They need a big partnership. And soon I'll be very disappointed. He is a very cool customer. He's disappointed, isn't he? Rawl Lewis, he gave it his best shot, but it wasn't good enough. Didn't quite get it over the top. 64 for 7.
Denis George is the new batsman.
Denis George comes in now. He bowled well this evening. Left arm spin opened the bowling, 1 for 24 from his 4 overs. And perhaps now far too much to do to push Grenada into the semi-final. Winner of this match takes on Trinidad and Tobago in one of the semi-finals. Khalid Springer from the Maple Club in Barbados.
Yeah, he hustles and bustles in, doesn't he? At times he doesn't look balanced at delivery. Big, tall, strong man. Got 4 wickets in his first outing here last week. And he's got 1 for 10 again tonight. But I think he probably surprises batsmen with his pace off the wicket. Very fast arm action. Should get 2. No. Gee, they've been spot on, haven't they, Barbados tonight within the field. They've chased hard. They've been clean with their hands. She hasn't given up hope. Nor have we.
Quite a lot of support for Grenada, all the Grenadian flags and the Grenadian colours out this evening. They came with a lot of hope for the Grenada team this evening. They were very good on the ground. They dropped crucial catches, and that cost them really dearly. Had 5 no balls as well, 5 free hits. And that was where they lacked discipline. Allowed Barbados to total 152 for 4, having been just 58 for 2 after 10 overs. Now they've been undermined by spin. That's well struck. Fielder can't get there. Well struck for 4. No complications about Ryan Hinds' bowling here. Just bringing his arm over. There's been no turn. Nothing to really challenge the batsman. That's well put away.
Yes, there's nothing much on the ball, is there? We saw Sulieman Benn gets lots of overspin and side spin, and the ball's dropping on the batsman and turning away. But these are little sliders, we call these. It's a part-time bowler who just gets them up there line and length and tries to restrict them to the field that he's set. That's an outside edge, a thick outside edge, and it should... Whoa, that's close. Touch and go. Was it 4 or not? I think umpire Billy Doctorow will hear from the third umpire there. Did his feet touch the rope as he was touching the ball? It looks like it. I'd call that 4 runs. Wait for the umpire. His feet touch now, I reckon, when the ball's touching his fingers. I'd give that 4.
Well, let's get a topic once more. I do feel that to get rid of all that, the ball in play should be the key thing. Just, it doesn't matter if he touches or not. Once the fielder puts the ball in play, I feel that that should be the vital test. But of course, he touched the rope and they gave 4 for it. It's just over the fielder and extra cover down towards the boundary, and they'll pick up 2 here. So an expensive over from Ryan Hinds, just rolling away. Hinds, 12 runs off it, 79 for 7, 5 over.
At Stanford, we take a different approach to private wealth management. Our globally diversified investment strategy is implemented by some of the best and brightest in the industry. Individuals who are committed to doing the hard work necessary to stay one step ahead of the world's ever-changing investment climate. Our people are what set us apart. Hard work, clear vision, value for the client. Stanford.
So 79 for 7, 5 overs remain. Entirely out of reach of Grenada at this stage, but really I'd have to say that Barbados are well in control of the contest here. Khalid Springer to continue in the commentary box now to carry through until the end. Ian Bishop, and with him it will be Pat Simcox.
Thank you, Tony. This could run away for 4. Yes, it does. Good striking, good ball striking from Camilus Alexander. Grenada need a fair bit of this. 70 more required of 29. It's at this stage that 30 deliveries left that John Eugene and St. Martin almost stole victory in the earlier games. They got 69. There's a lot left. There's just a lot to do.
Yep, there is. If you do this, this is a miracle. They're going to be happy to give them singles. And singles aren't going to help at this stage. I'm not sure there's a weak bowler still to come. The key is going to be to target one bowler and get 20 off an over, another 20 off the other side. Have a look and see who's still to bowl. Tino Best, well, he's got 2. And Ben's bowled out. And Hinds has got 2. So that's where you're down to now, is you've got to target Tino Best for 2. And Hinds got 2. And there's still Smith who can bowl, so it's a real tough task here. I think the captaincy's just worked out spot on.
Yeah, Dwayne Smith was the architect or part of it in that first victory over Dominica. He's a very clever bowler. He picked up 2 wickets. And there's also Ryan Nurse, who hasn't bowled. He didn't bowl against Dominica. He hasn't bowled tonight. And that's why I said this Barbados bowling unit is very, very strong. Very strong bowling unit. Very hard to latch on to consistently. There's good depth in their bowling armory. He's fielded well tonight too. Well, that's not a surprise. This is Ryan Nurse. Hasn't bowled in the couple of games. Just a drop in the gap.
And they've looked a good fielding unit as well. What a difference and a turnaround from their first performance. And just maybe that first performance kicked them into the next level, and probably would have made Vasper Drake sit down with his team and really reconsider where they're going. If they post a score, a decent score, they'll do well. That's well bowled. Very well bowled. Ends the over. 9 off it. Not near enough. 88 for 7.
88 for 7. Springer completed his quarter. 4 with no issues. 1 for 22. 65 runs.
$17 overs gone, 92 for 7.
92 for 7, 61 needed from 18 deliveries.
A ball can fit through those stumps.
Not a giant ball.
You've had one go through the stumps, Bishop. I have in a test match. That's the equation. There's a bit of noise going on outside. And of course that Barbados change-up would be very interesting. Injuries are always an important part. I'm just wondering if we can find out about that finger block.
17 overs gone, 92 for 7, 20.33 per over required from here. So it's not going to happen, that's for sure. I've got Steve Partridge alongside me, who's the physiotherapist for Stanford 2020. And I just want to pick up on the conversation the boys are having upstairs about the cramp. The guys were saying that in cricket, actually worldwide these days, cramp is a bit of an issue. We see quite a few guys going down. Almost some exercise for the umpire, but not. Oh, that's a good return, a good throw at the stumps. It has gone to the third umpire. So let's go back to our commentators, and Steve will chat again shortly.
Thank you, Mike. Well, this looked very tight. Now let's see whether he's got back. I'm just guessing it looked very tight. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, it was very, very tight. He just could not get back. Very good wicket keeping. It's Patrick Browne, the keeper. It's a wide, but he's still gone. A run is added to the total, but a wicket goes into the column as well. Barbados have been very good in the field tonight, all round. Patrick Browne, this should be out. Yeah, the hawk is gone. He's shaking his head, he's scratching, and it signals the end. 93 now for 8.
93 rated is Nelon Pascal was the last man, we think, and I've got Steve Partridge alongside me. Steve, just tell us about Heron Campbell. He's not coming back at all?
No, I'd be very surprised if we see him this evening. He's already headed to the hospital, get some imaging done. I suspect he's definitely got dislocation there, but I suspect he's also got a fracture through the joint, so we'll just see how that pans out this evening.
Yeah, it's not great news for him. Okay, we're about to see the first delivery of the 18th over. Down the leg side, exercise for the umpire. Let's get back to that cramp story. So why has that improved throughout this tournament? The commentators are speculating.
Oh, I think you'll find that as the teams progress through the tournament, the fitter teams are surviving, so to speak, and they're the ones that are less prone to cramp.
Okay. And how can you actually avoid cramp? What are the golden rules to avoid cramp?
Okay, we talk about the known factors for cramp. One is obviously base fitness, 2, hydration, 3, good physical preparation, pre-stretch. When you're talking about hydration, you're looking at 24, 36 hours pre-event. You want to take in as much fluid as you can prior to the event. You actually don't absorb fluid very well orally once you start competing. So you need to do so beforehand. The unknowns obviously are how your body reacts in a stressful situation. And you'll see guys that probably aren't used to playing this level of cricket are more prone to that sort of cramping.
And in your knowledge, has Pat Simcox ever suffered from cramp?
I don't know that Pat's ever had the base fitness. He's worked on his hydration, I know, a lot this tour.
Yes.
So, yeah, so.
Okay. Right, let's go back upstairs. Thanks, Steve.
So says Jerry Springer. Or should we call him Jerry Lewis? Interesting. Base fitness.
Well, we're seeing 2 of the 4 established teams going through to the semi-final as right, Trinidad and Tobago, and now Barbados will go through. 56 required or 15-22 and over required with only 1 wicket left. It's a big game to come. Another very, very strong team tomorrow. Jamaica with Gale back, with Marlon Samuels back. Jamaica really are strong. Once you get to that semi-final stage, it's anybody's game. You cannot discount anyone. Could be Barbados, could be any one of those big 4, but Guyana still have to get past Nevis. Guyana still have to get past Antigua. Antigua could cause an upset. You can't take them lightly. You're a pro team. I've seen lots of cricket here. If we picked it up, you would have been gone.
.98 weight.
Twelve balls left, 55 runs required by Grenada, 98.
So really the summary of the match: 152 for 4 they got in 20 overs. Well played by Carter, really impressive. Hinds 45 not out, and Holder, and it fell away badly for Grenada. They end their Stanford 2008 challenge. They lose by 54 runs, and of course there's always the importance of cheering for your fans and making sure that they come back and you just enjoy the moment. It's always important to enjoy winning because it's never nice to lose. Of course, it's also important to be part of the celebrations after the game. The teams gather, just make sure they get close to the fans. A couple of signatures. And of course the importance after a game is always the presentation where money is handed out, so don't go far away. We're going to take a quick break and be back with it.
It's 2020. Are you ready? I'm going to get one time. It's 2020. Are you ready? I'm going to get one time. It's 2020.
Barbados are the second team through to the semi-final of Stanford 2020-2008. They were the favourites coming in tonight's match, and they did not disappoint. This is what happened. Barbados got to 152 for 4. Anything over 150, anything over 130. If you bat first seems at the moment to be a good score in this tournament. And Grenada, well, against that Barbados bowling attack, really lost initiative almost from the start. 98 all out. Heron Campbell wasn't able to bat. Derrick Bishop 3 for 19. Benn was outstanding, 2 for 4. And then the other bowlers chipped in. Pat Sincox is alongside me at the moment. Pat, it was important for me that Barbados got runs tonight because their bowling just took care of itself.
Their bowling looks omnipotent, looks very powerful. I think the point you make that they got runs. I think the real test, which is going to come for Barbados, if somebody says, okay, you chase. Because they're relying on a young guy in the middle there who's 20 years old, he's a wonderful talent, he got 60. But you know when you're chasing, you chase with those extra pressures on you. It's quite tough. And there might be a time when they need to chase. And then we'll really see whether their depth of batting is good enough. Their bowling is certainly good enough.
Yeah, they've got some experience and skill there as well. I thought they were good in the field too. We could talk about the bowling, we could talk about the batting trick, but their ground feeling and their all-round feeling and catching tonight, when you contrast Grenada dropping 4 catches, Barbados were very good.
Yeah, they looked a well-drilled unit. You can see they worked hard. Their throwing was good. They hit the wicket often. They knew when to throw. You watched the off-field play, and you watched them backing up. When there was a throw coming in, the fielders backing it up. Very professionally run outfit. So that would stand them in good stead. And they've had 2 games which have been hard. That'll battle harden them.
From Grenada's point of view, they battled. We were very impressed with them early on, weren't we? And then just pressure. There comes a crunch time where I suppose the bigger teams just tend to rise to it. Last 10 overs of the innings again tonight, Barbados just seemed to assert themselves a bit more.
Yeah, I was disappointed that somebody never took on the role of batting through for a little while, because if you're going to chase 150, 160, you've got to have somebody who gets a 70, and preferably one in the top 3, and they never showed that intent to bat through, and that's where they lost wickets all along and then just fell away.
Yeah, difficult for them, Pat. Let's leave it there for the moment. Let's go down to the presentation where Mike Haseman is waiting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the presentation. Before we go any further, I just want to introduce the people of the presentation party. Alongside me is Curtly Ambrose, and Curtly will be announcing the man of the match. His adjudicators tonight were himself, Lance Gibbs, and also Courtney Walsh. And as per normal, Sir Alan Stanford was also here to be handing out the cheques as well. My first duty.
Work hard and come next time.
Okay. Thank you and bad luck.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Rawl Lewis, of course, the captain of Grenada. Now I'd like to chat to the winning skipper, Dwayne Smith. Dwayne, well played. I guess you guys had a bit of a point to prove tonight.
Well, yeah, the guys know that they didn't put in as a good performance as last game, but
the run-outs have been quite remarkable so far in this tournament.
Yeah, it's good to see for the game that the fielding is so important aspect of the game, and it's good to see our fielding now up and north in the Caribbean.
Okay, well done tonight, and congratulations on winning $10,000. A nice feeling?
Thank you very much. Yes.
Terrific. Thank you, Randal. I'm now going to ask Curtly Ambrose to announce the man of the match.
Thank you, Mike. Along with myself, Courtney Walsh and Lance Gibbs, our task tonight was a pretty simple one. Since I'm not a politician, I'm not going to give a world speech. I'll get straight to it. The man of the match is Jonathan Carter.
Jonathan Carter scored 61 of 49 deliveries. Jonathan, $25,000 from Sir Alan Stanford. Jonathan, I'm just going to, we know you're a youngster and you showed some great talent today, but when there's $25,000 on go, you don't walk past the check.
Well, I'm a bit nervous at the moment. I'm at a loss of words.
Well, you must be very happy the way you played, for starters.
Well, definitely. I'm a nervous starter, and I just told Ryan that I wanted to get it on, and he told me, well, do my thing. So I just did my thing, and we rotated the strike, and we did it in the grace of God.
And Jonathan, one of the important things about Stanford 2020 is it gives young players a chance to show themselves, show their talents on the big stage.
Yeah, it was a big opportunity for me. I wanted to play this since 2006. It has been a big dream for me to be on this big stage, and I really thank God for this.
Okay. $25,000 US. What do you think about that?
The guy, I'll have to ask the guys what they think about that, so because I'm splitting it with them.
That's very generous. Well done.
Thanks.
Jonathan Carter, the man of the match, $25,000 US. Alan Kirtley, thank you very much. That concludes the presentation.
Very happy Barbados team, and so they should be as well. It was difficult for them in the first match against Dominica, but like experienced players and top-class teams, they've worked at their game and they've come back well. No, it was a fantastic outing for Barbados. Grenada, sadly, they are out of this tournament, but still more cricket to come here in the Stanford 2020-2008. Huge match here at the Stanford Cricket Ground tomorrow. It's quarterfinal number 3, and the boys from Jamaica, Chris Gale, Marlon Samuels, Jerome Taylor and company against Nevis. Nevis are a pro team. Don't take them lightly. You do that at your peril. That game is tomorrow, right here at the Stanford Cricket Ground. The boys from the land of the flying fish, they're flying high. Barbados through to the semi-final. Come rise with us next time, and we hope that you've enjoyed tonight's cricket. Goodbye.
2020, are you ready? 2020, come rise up with me. 2020, push your hand to the side. 2020, jump up in the vibe. 2020, Caribbean fever, plenty. Come down to the town, time to party, to the real cricket bandits, legendary. What we talking about? 2020,
come ride with me, and we will have a party. Come ride and see the Stanford 2020.
Hands up to the sky, yeah, in the air, let's ride. Yeah, feel the cricket vibe. Good, 2020 night, yeah. Welcome to the Isle. Good, right in front of your eyes. Yeah, who taking the prize? Good, 2020 night, yeah.
Come ride with me, and we will have a party. Come ride with me, we like ya. 2020. Come ride with me, and show them how to party. Come ride and see the Stanford 2020.
History has